Oh my goodness, this is the best thing to ever happen to me.
Yonko.
Hi, Pinky.
That's awful.
Bianca's a tool.
Hey!
She's a bully.
You were
I feel
used.
so used.
Nice.
No, she loves you and cares about you as long as you're there to help her get the cam.
That's
Yeah.
right.
A means to an end.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jason Gillette, and this is Campfire Quest, and these are inspiration tokens. We're going to be passing them out as I become inspired by the players. Right now, I'm inspired by all of them because they collectively, if we added up all the hours of D&D they played last weekend, it's in the hundreds. If we just kind of laid them out side by side, though, it was only 25, so it's really not that big a deal. 25 hours of Dungeons & Dragons. We raised, as a group and with friends, $1,240 for Extra Life, which is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I made the mistake of sitting down with Extra Life's Instagram, and if you go to their IGTV, you can watch hours of videos that will just make you cry like a grown man because they are just so touching. They're touching stories. They do what they're supposed to do. They tug at your heartstrings and make you wish you could go get another job and keep giving them more money. So it was an absolute honor to get to do that. We're gonna put that behind us for now and know that we'll be back with Extra Life in a year, if not sooner. And we're just gonna go ahead and play this game that we love because it's Friday. The weekend has started. We've got ourselves all warmed up. We got snacks and candy, and I guess candy is a snack. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. Oh, there's a little dog named Chicken that we're gonna pick up and show off soon because oh my god, he's like the cutest little.
You can't pick her up. I'm scared.
Oh. Well, we'll scoop her up then.
I know, poor chicken. She's a
Chicken.
chicken.
Chicken is chicken.
Well, when we finished our 25-hour stream, I don't know.
Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca, please.
What'd you just do?
She was gnawing on the wire.
Please don't gnaw on the wire.
I hope you understand, Bianca, that you get out the worst from
She
that.
was like full on gnawing on
I
it.
know.
Did you see that?
I know.
You lose that battle the most. I mean, we lose a wire, but
She's snacking.
you lose one of your 9 lives.
Can you like?
I saw the dog run around the corner.
Okay, that was enough.
I think you mean the dog. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
I don't know what you mean, but that.
No.
That was
Bianca, can we? Okay, my dear. Okay, my love.
What are you doing? You
there it
absolute
is.
dingus. Get out of here.
That's where it is.
Well, no. She can, if she would like to adjust the audio a little bit. She thinks you're a little bassy right now. She's
Oh, my God.
trying to raise your
She's trying to help. I
treble
apologize.
up. We spent the good part of the. Yeah, I don't know. We're just going to assume that any noises we hear are not anybody getting hurt. What'd you hear?
Whining puppy? That sounds really sad. I feel like that's
All right.
getting checked
Whining-
on.
It sounds like a toy. It's a squeaky toy.
Yeah, the dog.
No, it sounded like she squeezed the squeaky toy.
So, how's everybody doing this week? Everybody
Oh,
having a good time?
Maybe her parent brought it.
This is a good time for us to talk about.
There she is.
Hi, chicken.
Yeah.
Hi, chicken.
Oh, she's over here. She's nowhere near me.
So we had prizes that we'll mention the winners for really quick. These are people that won the drawings that we had from our prizes donated by sponsors. So donations for the donors, so to speak. We had 2 different prizes coming from our friends at Loot Table. Loot Table provided a healing potion, which is a vial filled with D4, enough D4 so you can roll whichever size healing potion you're rolling, from standard all the way up to gargantuan, which is like 14 D4. I made that one up. There's a bunch of D4 in there.
There's so many.
That went to Drake. And by the way, if you want, you can see Drake at Drake Takes here on Twitch, streamer of Dungeons & Dragons, and not Kevin. Still going to point that out. We also have Stoneforge Misfit. So this is somebody we don't know. Stoneforge Misfit sent you an email. If you're watching now, what are you doing here? There's only like 5 people. I mean, come on. You are getting inspiration tokens and a few other odds and ends. A set of dice and some things like that. Little tokens of our appreciation in addition to the inspiration tokens. From Campus Cards and Games 2,
Hello.
we had Dungeons & Dragons Essentials Kit going to, somebody we know, eBay.
eBay?
Oh.
Yeah. Already received her bag of goodies, which contained D&D Essentials Kit and a dragon. And some dice.
Everything they need to play Dungeons and also Dragons.
Yep, the essentials, you might say.
It could be said.
Yeah, I guess that does classify
Could you
as
say that-
essentials now that you think about it.
Like even like an essential kit.
Could you say that they're essentially ready to play?
Oh my god, you could!
They really are. They really are.
I'll
essentially
leave.
there.
But we're
I'll
not
leave.
nerds,
Please.
so...
Don't
gonna
bother
do that.
finding me a replacement. Just leave my seat void.
Yeah, no,
As a reminder.
we're just gonna leave the seat like on
I'm
camera.
excited for
I
the
didn't.
extra
I didn't
space,
notice
honestly.
you put on your cheaters.
Oh my god, yeah.
What? My cheater?
His readers?
My readers?
No, your cheaters.
My librarian glasses.
Yeah, for cheating because you can't see none.
I prefer the leopard skin ones, but this will work.
The pink polka dots are my favorite.
That's my favorite. The minis and set of dice, the Okie Dokie brand dice, and I think we've all mentioned every time we mention these,
That
they're not just Okie Dokie.
Dokie.
They're pretty damn good.
They're pretty damn good.
And those went to Nymphic.
Yeah!
Nymphic
Our
our
buddy.
Our buddy Nymphic hanging out in our Discord with us, helping us trying to figure out how to ship all that stuff to Sweden. Whoops.
Whoops.
Luckily, we ship stuff overseas all the time because, that's our business. We're in the business of shipping stuff. Okay, no, I've only done it twice, but it's not hard. You just go to the post office and tell them, no, it's not batteries. Just lie.
This is
Batteries?
This is all.
And last, the T-Rex goes to Jen K. That's double N Jen-K. Taking home the T-Rex. That's being shipped out to Washington State.
Wow.
So-
ends.
It's kind of, yep.
Literally.
Practically transcontinental T-Rex flight.
That's correct.
Going to be landing somewhere. My hope is, and I'm putting a little card in all the packages that we have, my hope is that the people are going to share on Twitter or Instagram or somewhere when the stuff arrives so that we can see where they are at their new home. And I guess we'll see how that works out. All right. Prizes done. Oh, there's one other. Might as well mention. We did a giveaway on Twitter and Instagram. We got lucky, and our name on both of those are at Campfire Quest. Ileana Knight 13 won our set of cursed dice from the Lucky Wizard Co. Lucky Wizard brand dice coming to you, shipping out tomorrow morning. All that stuff should be there midweek. So please share it when you get it so we can see how awesome all the stuff looks in your play area. Let me grab my play area. My dice tray, because we're about to roll some dice.
Yeah.
And before we do that, we have to figure out what we're rolling the die
We're
for.
not getting a paycheck until you sound more interesting.
And to do that, we'll go back and quickly talk about how we ended. We ended with Monolith emerging from the sea, standing on a giant sandy spit in the middle of the open ocean, where previously an airship had been tethered to the ground, strapped, staked, and secured. As Monolith emerges from the sea and looks up, he sees the airship about 15 or now 20 feet off the ground, drifting slowly with a few ropes dangling from it, dragging along the sand as it slowly moves towards the open ocean. The rest of our party still underwater, coming out of a underwater settlement. And, well, I guess you guys have to decide what you're going to do. Monolith, before you go into action, and before we roll anything for real, the four of you have no idea anything chaotic is happening above the water.
Are we still in Fantasy Michaels or are we outside of Fantasy Michaels?
I think we just left.
Yeah, I
Fantasy
think we were
Michaels.
just leaving.
Fantasy AC more.
Guys,
We
my
were-
spider sense tingling.
We were
I think we should go back to the ship.
We should
Hey,
go.
why don't you message Ronald to make sure he got to the surface okay?
Hey guys, it's being taken. Glad we got these phones.
Good thing we bought those shell phones in the store that Jason hinted at that we should buy. Wow. Good thing he did that.
Did we actually buy those?
No, we didn't buy anything.
Oh, cool. Oh, I bought paint. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I love painting.
I still
And
kind of want to.
we can store it on the ship that we own.
Yeah, why'd you say it like that? That was real weird.
What do you mean? It's our ship that we own. That's ours.
Yeah.
Well, mine, more accurately, actually, for being like, not to be rude or anything.
No, I
That's
mean,
up
the
there.
king did give it to you.
That's correct.
It is your ship.
You are the captain.
I am, that's me. Oh, look at that, was cute. I like that.
Oh.
You.
That was really great. No, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah. What are we doing next in this town?
Oh yeah,
what
did we
was
need to
next
go
on the
anywhere
list?
else?
I
What
think
were
we were
the
gonna
other
go-
stores?
Oh,
we
magical
needed to go
weapons
to?
store.
Yeah.
Magical
There were a
weapons.
couple that we needed to
I also
look
kind
at.
of want to go back to
Going
that
to stores.
that folder.
This is gonna be
Like,
so fun.
the
There was an
different
order
stuff.
that we rolled.
Yeah, that was
I
interesting.
loved that. I loved that. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that you, Angel, have bought
I missed it.
didn't buy fabric. That's really sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why didn't you buy fabric?
Go back and watch, huh?
Oh my god.
Why don't you?
What's that?
Do you still need money? Do you have your money back on the ship?
I do.
You could always
Tippy
like
tap?
go back and come back and buy
Nah, I mean, they probably have
Tippy tapping all
fabric
over.
on the surface somewhere. We'll probably just wait.
it. I have seen fabric on the surface. Like
Yeah.
once or
That
twice
is true.
ever. Like it's,
You know, they treat there's an underwater tax, and
That is
Don't
true.
really like
there is a
paying
fairly
taxes.
large underwater tax.
Really?
Wait, is that like because we're like carrying it between like realms?
yeah.
Are
That's
we in a
terrible.
different realm?
It's also kind of hard to get stuff underwater, especially this deep.
Is it be-
A lot
is
of
it because
people
it's under-
apparently can't breathe water, which I didn't know.
Yeah,
But I'm
Oh.
assuming that's why the underwater tax is so high.
What's the next store we're going to?
magical
Or-
weapons.
Magical weapons.
Okay. Where is it?
Weapons.
Pretty
Where
sure
are
it's around the
weapons?
corner there.
I'm loving it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
I think it's
on
right-
cheer.
Yeah.
Here's a hilarious like question in terms of lore. If I like pop out my magical axe from my secret eldritch pocket space, could I sell it?
And then it would
What?
appear back.
What are you talking about?
Can I-
Percy Jackson
Can I
did
sell
that
it to
with his
someone?
pen sword that sold his sword and then just appeared back in his pocket. I don't think so, but he should have.
No, I'm not meaning like rip the guy off. I mean like because it's not a regular weapon that I have stored right now. It's the magical axe. Of,
Oh.
it's the vicious axe of rending,
Oh, you should definitely
Bamboozle him.
and it's like a +1 weapon. But could I sell that? I think I can meditate to get rid of it.
Oh, you don't even have to. It unattunes as soon as you. It's a bonus action even to dismiss your weapon.
Oh, dope. Okay then. So I
So
guess
you're
What's
switching
our
back to
initiative?
sword and then giving yourself a.
then I could see what the shopkeepers got.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, so I think that. Okay, cool. Now that I'm gonna do that, I was curious if I had to do that because I don't have any money.
They stole me so much.
He's on the couch with his paws on the window.
He was hanging out with she was hanging out with the mom earlier,
Yeah,
chilling.
it'd be great if you came out. If you're watching right now, Shannon, you can come get
She's not watching.
Okay, so okay. I guess we're going to the magical weapon store.
Are you on the city?
No.
We're
Yes.
like underwater.
They're
We're in
underwater.
underwater city.
Underwater town. I'm on a beach.
Are you like responding with where
Beach.
our physical location is, Jason?
714 Meadowlark Avenue.
No, wait, don't.
At least don't do the zip code, you know.
3?
No.
That's all.
That's the zip code. Our zip code is 3.
We were one of the first ones. Well, third.
There. What?
Sorry, it was
Um,
in the. I'm looking at the Twitch
So
chat. Looks like a little
magical
place.
weapons store.
Oh yeah.
The store of magical
We're trying
weapons.
to find a magical weapons store.
Yeah, and are the four of you together?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are swimming together. You're breathing without much effort thanks to the spell that's been cast upon you. And you're moving around from level to level looking for the kind of store that you're after. It was the magical weapons store, and then right next to it the apothecary. These are two bubbles that are on the same strand, but then branch off of that strand, and they kind of float and wave in the water together. One of them has an entrance that clearly says apothecary in multiple languages, and the weapon store doesn't say magical weapon store, but there is a glowing sword hanging over it. So.
Well, that's a pretty good.
That seems rather magical. I don't know if this is necessarily it, but
It's probably it.
Is it just the LEDs, or is it like a magic? Yeah, I was a joke. All right, let's get inside.
all right.
I didn't get it.
There's this magic that magicians have on the surface called light executorialness. That's the LED executorialness. Yeah, it's like little lights, like little glass tubes of light that they're magically enchanted. You never seen those, really, ever?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that either.
Oh, they exist. They're real. That's definitely something I didn't make up.
My trident can glow. Is that?
Yeah, I can. Oh my god!
No, but they like magically imbue it, and then they
produce
can
flame?
leave it, and then it stays lit for like I don't know, a really long time until they recharge.
Guys,
I
do
mean,
you want to
this
see a
thing's
cool
lit
trick?
as long as I want it.
Well,
do you want to see
to be
what I
honest,
just-
I desperately want to see what they're selling in there.
But can I
All right, fine,
show?
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, produce flame.
All right, that's not the same thing. That's totally not the same thing at all.
How do you produce?
Also, aren't we
flame
underwater?
That's.
Oh no, we're in the air pocket, right?
No, you're still in the water. You haven't gone. You haven't gone
Is
in
it?
yet.
Oh, is it doing that cool thing where like they kind of it like bubbles? It's like.
Magical flame doesn't consume oxygen, so it doesn't have the same properties.
What?
That's crazy. That's like a. Is it hot?
I think it's Kathy.
Oh!
Kathy!
Thank you.
Is it still hot?
Kathy!
Is it
Hi,
still hot?
Kathy!
If that's Kathy Craven, I'm shocked.
No, different Kathy.
Yeah, okay, good, because somebody said. But thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
What
We
happened?
love you,
Is it still hot?
Kathy. I hope you have a day.
Yeah, it's fire.
Kathy.
Ah, shit! It's fucking fire! Oh god!
It's fire.
Yeah. We're underwater. I don't know.
Isn't it neat?
Can you turn it off? I'm
No,
upset
that's
now.
really cool.
Oh, yeah. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right,
Whatever,
we
it's
can go
all right.
into the store. I was just
Okay.
really
Could
impressed.
catch something on fire with that. You
That
want
was-
water.
Does somebody have any
I'm
paper?
not saying I'm not
Paper?
gonna commit.
I just did your accent. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Piper.
No, I don't just keep paper so you can burn it underwater all the time. Also, we're not wearing clothes. I don't know if you forgot.
I'm wearing
I did
clothes.
kind of forget a little bit.
Forgot about that.
Y'all are like in your
You're like in your
skivvies.
skivvies, like straight up.
I'm like straight up just chilling.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Me too. I'm about to.
Can we walk into the store?
I'm wearing clothes.
Well, which store do you want to walk into? You're standing in front of two different doors. You're
Magical
hovering.
weapons, magical weapons, magical
Wait,
weapons.
what's the other one?
Apothecary.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I was there for that.
Magical weapons, magical
Just go to the
weapons,
magical weapons shop.
magical weapons.
Chicken.
Hi,
chicken.
You approach the magical weapon shop and you walk up to the entrance, the area of the bubble where you're supposed to pass through. And as you try to pass through, you find that you can. And so you do.
Oh, great. I'm
passed
so
through.
glad.
This doorway almost works like a doorway, guys. I'm really surprised.
That's really odd. No, it is.
And like the other bubble pass through that you pass through, as you walk through, the water seems to squeegee off your body and you stand dry on the inside of this establishment. It smells like sulfur. It smells like fireworks, burnt gunpowder, hell and brimstone, maybe we'd say. There's a lot of what you don't find underwater here. A lot of fire.
Ah, me too.
Yep.
Flame.
Yep, you got fire.
I would just be careful in the shop.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Unproduce.
You look around and it's not a dark
somber.
It's not a dark bubble, but there's not a lot of light coming in. The shadows obscure a lot of what you might be able to see if you had dark vision, and those of you with dark vision who are peering into the corners are able to see a collection of various objects on shelves. If you've ever walked into a pawn shop where everything is not organized by type, but more like by what's coolest, this is one of those where they put the coolest stuff out front. You got the keyboard and the cordless drill and the Xbox, all the good stuff
man.
up front, and then behind that, the lesser objects.
Wow, look how cool.
So you got like the
How many
gently
Xboxes
used flat
is that?
screen up front. You got the CRT in the middle.
Yep, absolutely. And you can take a look at it if it seems like you're not going to buy the good stuff. But you find just a plethora of objects. Magically enchanted objects take almost any shape, and you see in this shop almost any shape. You see a potted plant. That's the closest thing to you. It's in it's a pot about the size of a quart, filled with black soil, and coming out of it is a green flower stem with a yellow daisy-looking poof
What
at the
kind of
top.
plant is it? Can I tell?
Yeah, you can tell that it is a Thorian daisy.
That's an Thorian daisy.
Oh,
And that's all I've got.
They're really pretty.
cool.
You learned that from your book.
I learned it from a book.
Oh, you're getting really read. Oh, you're getting real learned.
Wait, my book or your book? Like my book that I gave you, or your book?
I don't know. I don't own many books.
Is there a shopkeeper?
Okay. Alright.
Not that you see.
Nothing.
Um,
You seem to answer that real strange is all.
Hello.
Yeah,
We are interested in purchasing goods and require service.
Service! I can help you with service!
Uh-oh.
A small little person about the size of a... You've seen dwarves that are short, but this has got a diminutive thinness to it that makes you think more kinder, more halfling. But you can't quite tell because they're completely shrouded in black. And they glide across the floor. Well, what service can I help you with?
Hey.
Hi!
Hi!
Hello.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Hello, oh, a group!
My name's Janet Tammy Woodspin. It's a pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Eleanor!
Eleanor!
No, Eleanor!
Eleanor!
No, Eleanor!
Like a door.
Can you do it? I'm sorry. Can you do it a little slower, please?
Yeah, 'cause you're being really rude.
Eleanor.
Yep,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
happy to help.
It's
Well
a pleasure
performed.
to
Tammy
meet you.
Squidwin.
You really hit some high notes on that one. That was impressive. That was
Oh,
really good.
that took a bit of work.
I appreciate that you're a multi-talented shot. Hey, you got anything for good for stabbing people with, or hacking, or otherwise you know what I mean?
Well, sure. You mean weapons of a magical nature?
That's exactly correct.
We do have a few.
A handful.
A couple.
Nice. What you got?
Well, it's on the shelf right over here. Just take a look.
Oh, what does it do?
Well, I'll describe it to you in a regular voice.
You should have just left it at nice. Nice.
I walk out. Congrats on that.
Oh, those look real good, and you walk out.
I gotta go to my ship real quick to get my money.
You see shelves that are absolutely filled with all the different kinds of weapons you'd see. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, it's that a lot of them seem more aquatic. You might not see a trident every weapon store you go to. Here you see two. You might not always see a weighted net. Here's a handful of them. But in addition to those, you see a lot of the standard things you'd expect to see. Daggers and short swords and regular swords and halberds and staves. And
The good news is that a dagger is a great axe for me. So let's take a look at what we got.
What do you what's that?
What just happened?
What did you say?
Any weapon is any weapon. If I you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
If I
What are you doing?
Yeah, I got it. Not good? Alright.
Alright, great.
Anyway, back to where I was.
If that's
If I did-
synthetic, you should not do that.
We don't support smoking. No smoking on.
I'm sorry, I have heard of me smoking in the house. I didn't think about that. Sorry, I forgot it on my own home. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids. You don't sound like
Real winners don't smoke.
Yeah. Cheaters don't prosper.
Would you like to take a closer look at the shell? But you just have a rough idea based on your passive perception of what you're able to see there.
Is there convenient a handy guide this magical weapon makes you cool, or like.
This looks like the kind of shop where you've got to talk to somebody. You might have to pick something up and say, "Huh, what's this?"
I grab the first cool thing that I see.
You are holding a potted plant.
It's a daisy.
No, I know, but is it is it a magical flower?
Oh yes, it brightens any home you put it in.
Oh,
that's
dope.
so
So
sweet. How
so
much?
it's like a
3
regular,
gold.
regular
3
flower.
gold.
So you
Okay,
gotta buy
I'm
this shit.
done. I'll give it
Wait,
to
how are you
you.
gonna transport it up through the water?
I'll just hold it. Can
But
it go in the water? Will it die if I hold it in the water?
Salt water.
Yes.
Yeah, Janet Tammy, take your money back. Here's the plant.
How do you buy plants here?
It's not our problem. We just sell them. We don't buy them. That's foolish.
Can I see the
I wish I
net?
was there.
Sure. There's 2 of them. I'd say that one of them looks a little newer. Are you grabbing the newer one or the one that looks more old? You're holding a pair of them. Yep. As you look at them, you find that one of them seems to be made of a material that's not tarnished, and that's why it looks so new. And the other one seems to be made of a material, probably a copper or a bronze. Normally it's not woven into such fine, small material, but this one is. And it is got a lot of green corrosion on it. It's the balls on the bottom that show a lot of difference to these 2. One of them has 14 evenly sized, very neat, and this is the one that looks like a bright silver or almost a platinum. The one that's older only has 4. It looks like when you throw it, it opens up into a square. Those are nets!
How much do they cost? What do they do? Are they just nets? Are they magical nets? Are they... What's this one? And I shake the metal one.
Oh, that one. Well, I found that in a sunken ship. And
That's
it's
so cool.
Oh, I know. I do love going into the sunken ships.
There's a few things.
God, I was way up here. I do love this.
There are a few things I love more than looting dead people. So really, that's.
Well, the ship is nothing but dead people.
Yeah,
You'd love it, darling.
It's really exciting, I'm sure. What?
The one with the 4. Oh, yes. Any enemy that you capture in that will not be able to speak until you tell them to, and then they'll only be able to speak the truth.
That's awesome.
What about this one? What does this one do?
That catches things.
Wow, that's so
pretty
cool.
impressive.
Get that other one.
Yeah,
Get the one
I know.
that catches things.
And the other one's stupid.
I know.
Yeah, just catch
Stupid
them.
truth
Nobody
net.
needs that.
Yeah, if you catch somebody nut in a net, damn it, I'm lost as a bit. Like, I'm going home. Forget this. I'm going back to the ship. I grab a sword.
And leave.
What is this do?
Oh, the long one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it's good for stabbing. It's about.
What? Really? Is that what it's?
I bleed to death.
It's got a level that it's a level up more than just a regular sword.
Oh, so it's like like if we were to quantify magical enchantment, it would be something amongst the lines of like +1. Like if we were to, strangely.
That's an interesting way of putting it. I'd say more of a level A.
Oh, so like none, or like A, B, C is like kind of like your way of doing it.
Sure.
Okay, this is like an A.
Yeah.
Like a garbage sword.
Like a plus A.
Well,
Like a plus A just sounds terrible. You should just say like longsword A
I didn't.
or longsword alpha. That sounds great.
I actually also
Maybe.
got like I've heard people like some of my friends have good grades and like A is like the highest. So like is A the highest here?
A
Or
grade?
It's like, yeah, like a couple.
Well, like
people
in
went to,
school.
like,
Oh my
in
god, have you not
school.
been to school? Oh my god, have I been to school?
Have any of
I
us
mean,
been to
you're-
school? I wasn't in school.
I didn't go to school.
Of all the
Mom-
people
Mom-
here, you would have been in school because fish swim together.
Even if only technically you were in a school.
Technically, I wasn't in school. Actually, now that I think about it.
My mama taught me everything I needed to know at home.
Oh, that's dope.
My dad was there too.
I bet they were both okay. Is he not like a learned kind of guy?
Nah, he didn't really know how to read. I mean, my mama didn't really. Nah, see, I didn't mean to change the subject. We were talking
I
about
don't know.
swords.
We're talking about sword. Is there any of these that are like cool magic, like do something, like not just like magic, but like they do something, like they have like a cool enchantment or something? I don't know, like magic shit. I don't know. What's a I don't know what magic does. I'm not a mathematician.
I've seen you do Magic.
Yeah, I'm not like a mage though. I didn't like go to school for
I've seen
it.
you do math too.
Only very small numbers. Like
I mean,
10,
sometimes
maybe
bigger
at the
than
most.
I can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's well, I mean. Yeah. Anyway,
You
not
get the
hard.
impression that this magic shop is filled with the kind of items that you'd find at a magic shop in a small village. This isn't your standard big city, look at all the good stuff that gets brought in by adventurers kind of shop. It's more like, hey, look what we scrounged up or picked up at a garage sale.
oh, I see. So your shop sucks. I'm
No,
going back.
it's amazing.
I was just kidding. You're right. No, I like the plants a lot. That was really cool.
I wish I could get it up to the surface. I would really buy it.
Well, you could put it in an air bubble.
How much?
How do I do that?
Give me an extra gold.
That's great. No, that's it. That's what we're looking for, baby.
This is like basically like almost all of it. Here you go.
Wait, how do you bring the air bubble up to the surface?
You really only have that much gold?
No, I've got like well, now I have 11 gold.
I have 5 gold.
You see 2 hands come out
yeah,
of the black
300.
robe where the arms should
No, I
be.
gave you 400.
And the hands that come out are not shaped like hands. They look like the fingers have been fused together, and they are a purplish color. Not a bruise purple, but more of like a lavender color.
Interesting.
And you see them come out, and you see them pick the plant up, and one of them kind of encircles the plant. And as you're watching, a bubble appears around it, and then they hold it out and hand it to you, and you're holding a bubble with a potted plant on the inside.
Can I ask how you did that?
Yes, I used magic.
What kind? Can I ask
makes
that?
sense.
Well, I learned it from a friend. I guess I could teach you, but if that was your last 4 gold, you can't afford to learn this spell.
How much was it cost?
I would sell
Are you like chewing
The
on like
knowledge-
something found in the store?
the knowledge of a spell.
It's like a dagger. You're picking your teeth with it.
Oh, that's a dagger of
Probably-
decay.
A dagger of Eldritch Blast.
15 platinum.
Oh, I really appreciate the offer. I will have to decline. Thank you so much for my potted plant
If
and
you-
my bubble.
If you change your mind, come back to the glowing sword.
I shall. I appreciate it.
I just want to say the name is very misleading. You don't have any glowing swords in here.
What?
So,
Is
the
the
one
glowing...
hanging outside.
Is that LEDs?
Oh yeah. Have
Oh,
seen
you
those
know how to
before?
do that too, huh? Yeah, I've seen that rarely.
I make a lot of money installing them on the bottom of wagons. They
Nice.
shine bright.
Oh, I've seen those. Really obnoxious.
When we got them for the airship?
It's good money.
No, that's obnoxious. I don't want to lie. That's terrible.
What if we got some for the inside?
What if we got one for Crash Dragon and we like go there, put it on the ground, and you fly back, so you know like where to like fly.
Yeah, but I don't know how to recharge them magically. They need magic.
Do they need
You
to
need
recharge?
You can do magic.
You know what?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Thank you for my potted plant.
Wait.
Yeah, that's fine. What?
Yes.
How much is your net?
Which one?
The
The catching one?
yeah.
That is 16 gold.
What about the other one?
The truth-telling one?
Yeah.
38.
Oh.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Platinum.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Everything is that's
I could make a deal, though. You seem like reasonable people.
a deal.
Thank you.
Why'd you
seem
you
like
got
a
so
reasonable
excited about that?
Reasonable person yourself.
I love making deals.
I could
Really?
sell it to
Yeah,
you
is that weird?
for 30 platinum. Or I could trade it to you.
I'll give you this plant.
No.
You must not have a very keen eye, because that's a very valuable plant.
It's a Aquatica daisy.
That is beautiful. It just doesn't make sense to have one down here, though. So no, thank
No,
you.
you're right.
There's
I know what I
a
was thinking.
there's a particular piece of treasure that I can't get my hands on. It's in a shipwreck and it's guarded by a rather large meanie, and I can't get inside to get what I want. There's a box that contains something. I know it's valuable, and if somebody could bring me the box, I would part with this net.
Do you know what it is in the box?
I have some ideas, but I would just want you to bring the closed box to me.
Do you know what the...
I can't promise the open or closedness of the box. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, it's definitely closed now, and I would require it closed and sealed when I have it brought to me.
What if we just take the box?
Well, then you'd have a box.
What if when the box is open, something worse comes out?
Like a tiny box?
No, like you know how we're fighting something to get the box?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a small box, though.
Small things can be bad.
I guess, but I get this
Not always.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I'm not going on a mystical adventure for a random man. Okay,
Well, Casey
you know
wanted that
how many
man.
times strange men have led me astray with mystical quests.
It's 3 days journey to the east.
Oh no, we got places to be, dude.
It's an easy way to earn this net for no money. It's only
Casey, we can't spend 6 days traveling back and forth between someplace.
Well, when you get there, it may take a while. You'll have to figure out how to get past the needy.
Would you not 75% off for an autograph by the world's best playwright?
Filomeno Donginto is here?
Don't utter his name.
That was an obvious play. Oh.
I'm
gonna fail that one later.
really good.
No, it's a real character in this world.
As of right now.
He was my roommate in college, a real jerk. It's me, Angel Williams. He's,
So you know Filomeno. That's something.
I mean, not anymore.
Oh, got too
Do you
famous.
talk to the people you talk to the same people? Do you talk to the same 15? Oh my God! Please say words.
Angel, you having some kind of breakdown? Are you okay? Can you just step outside for a sec?
I guess lesser restoration.
Do you talk to the same people you talked to 15 years ago? I don't think so.
Sure.
Okay.
We all still live together.
Lives?
Well, he lives in a tiny underwater village that
That's
sucks
true.
ass, and everybody here sucks.
Try so you get out
What?
outside there.
What? It sucks.
Monolith
What do you want me to
here.
say?
It's nice here.
Monolith would agree with Tristan on this one.
But Monolith's not here, alright?
Monolith is.
No, you're right. I'm being rude. No, you're
So
right.
This is the
you won't go on this
Monolith
journey for
hand.
me?
Wait, so
Agreeing
how much
with
would
you.
the discount be?
Oh, you get it completely for free.
Oh, well, you said that there was a discount.
Of 100%.
He would just give it to you if it completed. He
Oh.
would hand it to you for free. Like that is the
Well, then why
reward.
don't we just go get the box?
Because it's 6 days of travel.
I mean, what are we
Underwater. We can't breathe underwater.
Oh, you
I
know
can breathe
what? I
underwater.
can only do this for 24 hours. And I know that doesn't... I'm just a little afraid.
And the
drowning.
creature that's there is so evil he wouldn't even name it.
His name's Billy.
Damn it! You know what I mean? Don't toy with me, shopkeep.
That is we can just go and ask for the box.
No.
No.
Casey, we've got to be Crash Draken.
We'll need to be in our
Okay,
yellow
as a king or
submarine.
something.
Wait, what?
Monolith's dad is.
Oh, you know what? Monolith's
Remember that?
dad is dead.
Remember Monolith's dad is dead? Remember that?
Or, you know...
What?
Is
Did
he
you
dead?
miss this?
Wait, is he dead?
Yes.
He's like dead.
Yes, that was one of the last messages we got is that he's dead. Monolith is now going to be the king. We make fun of him for being king all the time. Are you guys okay?
I think
Did being underwater...
it's all the water. Yeah.
Is this all water?
Did you know that...
You guys aren't supposed to drink that.
We're breathing it. It's in our lungs.
Oh my
I wonder
God,
if
that's
that's
awful.
gonna hurt
I
when
think
we
you
go
might be-
upstairs.
I think you might be mixing up a one-shot and...
I thought we got a message that he
No.
might be dead. Oh.
We definitely got a message though, because there was a whole bit where J&J was like, "We know for sure you're king," and then was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
do
know.
remember
gotta-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we did. One of the messages did
Yeah.
say, that the king. Unfortunately, the worst has occurred.
Get to Crash Draken, your dad's dead.
Yeah, that I think.
I think.
I
Unless
think that
that wasn't
happened.
supposed to happen.
I'm pretty sure that
I'm
happened.
pretty sure it
I
happened.
know it happened, unless it wasn't supposed to.
If it happened, it happened.
Okay, then it happened. I have a firm
All hail
belief.
King Monolith.
All hail King Monolith! Congrats.
Well, King Monolith's about to get his ass beat
Hell
by some
yeah.
sky pirates.
I guess they're kind of like some low sky pirates right now because they're like pretty.
They're kind of like water pirates.
Practically.
They're land pirates.
They're practically land.
Well,
Is that just like bandits?
Monolith's by himself. Have you guys? You're standing in the magical weapons store.
I'm frustrated. I decided this town sucks, so I'm
You're
going to go
being
back.
ushered towards the door.
Okay, well,
I haven't said that out loud, though. That's me.
how about can we just go get? Let's go get Monolith. Let's go get the ship, and then we can go get the box, and we can get this net.
We're not getting the box.
What if we get the
Please.
box above water?
I'm not getting the
Yeah.
box. There's no box retrieval. Nobody's getting a box.
No,
Alright.
I want to get the box. Though.
There's no boxes. We're not getting a box.
But the net is
Why
We'll
would we
come
bring
back
it?
for it.
How much is the
please.
net alone?
The catching net or the magic net?
The magic net.
Oh, it was, I believe, 38.
I thought you
So
said
380
30.
gold.
Alright.
One.
Oh, it was
Because
gonna
it's
be. It was gonna be
It's 10
30.
gold.
10.
So 38 platinum is 380.
Okay.
I
You know
want
what?
a
I'll
cat.
stand by that. 30 platinum it is.
300 gold.
May I cast Charm Person on this fool?
On this
Oh, God.
fool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo, can I cast? Can I cast
Can I
Tom
cast
Person on
Charm
this
Person
fool?
on
You
this
can
fool?
attempt to cast Charm Person.
This is where the highly
On this
xenophobic
magical
try to
being.
murder
Don't you,
us.
wait, you have to make the saving throw.
Yeah, it's you. It's all you,
Yeah.
baby.
But you can attempt it.
I'm gonna attempt it, please.
Let me see you do a magic spell.
This is very important.
You have to do it with your words in your hands.
Because
Right.
of the verbal
Give me your
component.
shit.
Okay,
Try and make us.
What in canon have I come up with like a thing? I just want to know. All right, cool.
And whenever I cast spells, now I think of silence.
I wish you would do it. I say is what I say. So I'm trying to be discreet about it. You know.
So that's the thing you say when you try to charm somebody?
Yeah, but let me ask: if it was something better, would you be more likely to give it to me?
Oh.
What if I
DC
charm
would raise.
person if I cast charm person on DM?
What if I charm person, but I do it well?
Yeah.
Well, what's your, is it your spell save DC that I'm using?
I believe so, yes.
Did I mention this is the part where the highly xenophobic
16,
try to
right?
kill us all?
Yes,
Did I mention
please.
this is that far?
TPK.
TPK, TPK, TPK.
I want a new
TPK. Let's die, all of us.
Yeah.
Woo.
Monolith's gonna die.
Let's all just chill underwater until it runs out.
We always.
24
Yeah,
hours.
suicide pact, guys.
Yeah.
And you're
You
just
guys wanna
like.
drink this Kool-Aid? Oh, it
What?
dissipated
Wait,
in
guys.
water.
What?
Is 16 correct?
Oh, no, that's.
15 is
that-
my.
Oh.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh, I
Oh, here
literally
she
just sat up
comes.
to look at it.
What is it?
I'm not supposed to.
Grant?
you're gonna notice every time.
Hey!
That was
Jesus
good.
Christ, you're gonna rob this man? You're gonna rob
We're
this
gonna
man?
rob this
I'm
man.
not saying anything.
There's no
I know who
ethical
you are.
consumption under water capitalism.
Underwater
capitalism.
I mean, with that tax, it's outrageous.
Exactly.
It is alright.
Oh,
It's
the
highway
underwater tax.
robbery.
Not underwater tax.
It's
usually
current.
over
It's
70.
current watery robbery. It's underwater.
What?
It's not
Wobbly. What?
Will you stop trying to wob me?
It's watery.
Wobbly.
Help me, officer. They're trying to wob
Wobble,
me.
wobble, bink, bonky, binky.
Anyways,
What
what's
are
going
you
on?
doing? What's happening on this end of the table?
You're having a good time, and I'm proud of you.
It needs to stop.
Oh, Angel! I do recall you. You're one of my favorites. Oh,
Thank
What-
you. It's
what are you
always
doing in my
nice to
shop?
meet you. Oh, I just strolling on in. I really need a good net though. Actually, I don't need it. My friend needs it here, but you would be helping me out by giving her a net, a magical net.
so how about if I give you a really good deal on one?
Yeah.
300 gold for that one right there. It's magical in nature. It makes people tell the truth when you catch them with it. It also makes them silent until you tell them to talk.
Okay.
I love that laugh.
What if it wasn't 300 gold?
How much can you pay?
Casey? 150.
I think she had it right the first time.
Which was?
200, I think I heard.
No. Well, she... Friend
What's
Casey
happening?
is a little slow. And when she has a horrible disorder where... When she
Say no
says-
more. I feel bad already. 150 it is.
Okay.
I think. Roll for persuasion. With advantage, obviously. I give you triple advantage because I'm charmed. I just want to make sure there's...
Persuasion?
I have the
That is
brain
not what
disease.
this is. I was gonna say...
having one of your fits, darling? Oh my goodness. Oh no, look at her.
Oh no! Somebody please help!
That's a 21.
Oh
22.
no, look, she's
Casey,
having,
are you okay?
she's
I
having one
cast
of
your
her-
wounds. Casey, are you gonna be okay? Casey,
I just need
oh
some
my god.
water.
I have
She
some.
needs a net. That's the only thing that can help her is a net.
I'll go get some
Very
water.
magical one.
I'll run outside and try and grab some with my hands.
Some water.
The small figure takes the net and puts it over Casey, who immediately becomes silent. Yep, there's a lot of that going on. And holds the hand out, and the fin-looking thing extends again and is waiting for the payment.
I come in with salt water in my hands and throw it on you. Are you okay?
She dies.
What's the paper called?
You just bought a net? For 150, you bought a net?
What is happening underwater right now?
Well, you spent so much time swimming up to the surface that a lot of stuff happened on your way. 150
What?
For the net.
Was your Casey? I don't...
Is that chicken? You petting chicken? Oh.
I will hand you my old. Yeah.
Okay. I pick out one.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know why we... Oh, wait.
What?
You okay, wait, you can talk. Do you think I'm cool? You can always speak the truth and say it out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's really sweet. Ah, fuck.
What?
I feel bad.
What did you think the answer was gonna be?
No, whatever. Alright. I take the net.
I hand the shopkeeper 150. I hand the bag back.
They put the coins away in a place that you can't see. The jingling turns to silence, and they're just standing there. The hood is aimed up towards you, and if you could see a face, you would imagine a look of reverence. Because, they're charmed.
Wait, we couldn't see his face?
Well, he's like encased in shadow.
This is Garfield the Deals Warlock. You cannot tell me.
Garfield?
He made
it's
it to our
Garfield.
campaign.
It is Garfield the Deals Warlock.
What? That's ridiculous.
Hey, I never got your name. Oh, no, we did get your name. It was terrible. Never mind. That was a joke. I love it. It's so beautiful. Just like you.
Did we put
Thank you for the bits, Mom.
Thank you, Zoe's mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Always number one.
Yeah, that's the, yep. Loved it.
Thank you so much. We gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, alright, see you.
Okay.
Oh, Angel, that's right.
My name's Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Thank you so much, Angel.
The Deals
I really
Wizard.
appreciate that. But Angel, thank you.
Did you just charm that guy?
That's funny. Because it's a counter.
Like with magic?
What?
I get
Magic
that.
on that guy?
Don't actually.
Oh.
Angel.
That's a little bit fucked up.
Oh, I don't get it.
Wait, you used magic on that. Wait, so are you
We gotta get
okay?
out of town because if
Yeah,
that's gonna wear
I just
off,
thought it
and
was
he's
a
gonna
fun
hate
game.
us. And then we're gonna
I'm
be...
doing y'all a favor because I thought none of us were having a good time down here. So
No,
I thought
I'm
it
ready.
was...
I'm ready to bounce.
Yeah.
Wait,
I liked-
weren't there a couple more stores we were gonna check out?
Hey, kid, listen, we got I don't even know, 45 minutes before this place is... We're criminals. We're underwater criminals. We should probably leave.
Underwater banditos.
Yeah, we just robbed that guy, basically.
You guys begin to ascend while you're having this conversation and deciding whether or not to stick around or not. And while that's happening, you've probably got a few minutes of ascension up through the cold depths up to the warmer waters, and eventually the sandy island where your airship is safely stored. Monolith is up there by himself right now, And you've got some decisions to make, Monolith. I'd say you've got about a minute, maybe 2 minutes before the last of the lines either slide off of the sandy spit out into the sea, or the airship gets enough elevation that you won't be able to grab a hold of anything anyway. You're emerging from the water. You got that, like, water coming down off of your hair look going on.
It's a very dramatic.
Although I think you're bald.
No, I got
Why do you always
got
think
red
he's
hair.
bald?
He's a rock.
I'm not a rock, guys. Oh my gosh.
Because he's the rock.
Because he rocks.
Aww. I just got called Dwayne The Rock Johnson and that I rock. That's pretty sweet.
You're also not wearing armor.
I'm also pretty naked. I'm not completely naked. I'm wearing underwear.
You've got your swords though.
Out of the water, you emerge and you're looking up. You hear voices up from the catwalks and the different areas that are open. There's a few portholes that have the windows open. You hear voices coming from inside. Give me a perception roll, because now you're straight up trying very hard to understand what you're looking at.
Just Monolith?
For
He's
now.
the only one there.
Oh!
Unless you guys can hear through the water. That's high perception.
Boiling that egg.
Eesh, boiled it too long, baby. That's a 12. That's a 12.
Yeah, that's better than average. Slightly better than average. You hear some voices with accents that you don't hear often. Different voices with different accents speaking to one another. And one thing that you do hear repeated over and over is, I don't know. I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
I like it.
Look, I don't know what's going on.
The airship is moving in a forward direction. And
Okay.
like I said, about a minute and a half.
I'm gonna go to my stuff and put on like my armor. I love getting on my armor.
You are digging up what you have buried,
I only buried my gold. The rest is just out.
sitting on the surface.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab my armor, and that's it. I'm just grabbing my armor and then booking it to the ropes.
Your armor is still there when you get there. And you...
What isn't there when I get there?
Well, no, I just had to make sure that... I mean, if it was sitting out, there was a chance it wasn't going to be there.
But
But
I buried that gold.
your gold was buried and you retrieved that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my gold.
Okay, we're talking 30 seconds goes by really quick. I'd say
I'm just like, I'm running and grabbing the armor as I run and then digging up the gold and like putting it.
It doesn't make sense. I mean,
There's no way
In
you
my
can do that in
underwear.
30
this,
seconds.
it makes sense for Monolith to do that.
it does.
I'm about to be trapped on this island forever, but I will have my gold with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm like putting on the armor as I run towards the ropes.
while
I imagine
Monolith
it like
is
a
dressing
shirt.
himself, the rest of you are ascending through the water and getting closer and closer to the surface. The light is beginning to penetrate into the darkness, and you're able to see from the ambient light of the day. Monolith, you're still there getting the last of your gold out. Is it in a sack? Are you digging a sack and
It's
grabbing
just
it?
a sack.
That's nice and quick. You grab that sack, and now you're doing what?
Grabbing a rope. Trying to grab a rope.
All right, you're
Getting-
running across the island and heading for a rope, so we're going to have you do... we'll just go ahead and do athletics.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What about acrobatics for an acrobatic jump?
Only if we named it the Monolith Jump ahead of time, but now it's just him jumping on a rope.
What about the monolith airship Saber Mark II?
It sounds like somebody missed the rope.
Yeah.
No, I got a 13.
Oh, yeah, you're just grabbing a rope. It's not hard. You rolled, what?
A 10 plus 3.
Okay.
Nice.
You definitely have hold of the rope. You haven't done anything miraculous, like a higher roll if we were going to talk outside of the game. Would have had you shuffling up pretty quick.
No.
Instead, you've got yourself fastened to the rope. You're just off the ground. I'd say the natural lowering and rising of the airship as it moves has you dragging your feet and then dangling and then dragging your feet and dangling. And you're now hanging, and it's a good visual to go ahead and picture this giant. It's like 2 school bus sized blimps, or 2 school buses together make the size of the airship. And dangling from the ropes that dangle from it is little tiny Monolith hanging down there. And that's probably what you guys see. I'm going to say it's definitely not Casey, it's probably Janet Tammy's head that breaks the surface first because she was being pushed along. It helped a little bit. Followed by Angel, and then Zeph, and then finally Casey, reluctant to leave the water, pops up at the end. And all three of you look around and take in the sights for a moment. All four of you pop up and take in the sights for a moment. And it seems like this, nothing makes sense. You popped up, you had a set of expectations, and what you're seeing does not meet those expectations at all.
Is Monolith shouting as he's pulling at the rope?
No,
it's not.
He's not right now.
Zeph?
But he is, and you all see him hanging from your airship, which is heading out to sea.
It's definitely time for a Misty Step.
Wait, how far away is it?
I would say you guys are about 100 feet away, which isn't that far, and it's headed parallel to the shore that you're on and about to skip away and out to sea.
Okay, so I could get close enough by running, probably, if I were to run at it, to Misty Step onto one of the ropes.
Misty Step is what, 30 feet?
Yeah.
And your movement is 30.
And then if I were to
and we're not even
dash,
you're just running at this point. We're not in combat yet. You can make it to the ropes.
Okay. Do I need to Misty Step to make it to the ropes?
Nope.
Oh, okay. But I definitely can't grab my armor. It wouldn't be enough time for me to grab that and put it on.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
I just realized that you just said.
That we have no armor. Yeah, we have no armor.
Like my 13 AC goes down to like what, 10?
No, it's 10 plus your dexterity score.
Oh.
But that's your unarmored armor.
Wait, what? Is that a real?
Yeah.
That's what your AC is?
Yeah, if you have no armor, it's 10 plus your dexterity score.
Then why does it say D&D Beyond my armor class is 12, but my dex is 4?
Are you wearing armor? Oh, you must be wearing. If you're wearing medium armor,
your dex is 1.
That's true.
You have plus 6.
I'm looking for saving throws. Just kidding.
That'll do her. That'll do her.
You're wearing leather, so that would be.
There's an 11 plus 1.
I got really excited for a second, thinking I got like plus 2 to AC, and I just didn't know. Sorry.
No, it would have been exciting.
Yeah, it would have been very exciting.
Okay.
So the only person still wearing all their full suit right now is Casey and Monolith. The other three of you store the majority of your stuff somewhere on the island, and you pop out of the water with about 100 feet between you and the slowly moving airship. Zephaniah has already indicated they're going full tilt towards it.
Well, we're getting pirated again, lads. Let's go ahead and get on the ship.
Okay.
Yep. Let's kindly ask him to leave first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of
Yes,
please.
And then I wink really, really big, like this. We'll kindly ask them to leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill them. I'm just kidding. We'll talk to them first. All right.
Okay. Better not be pulling my leg.
I'm not yanking any chains, but I am yanking this rope.
There are 3 ropes that are dangling all the way down to the ground. There's one that's coiled up high and out of your reach, but the 3 that are dangling represent 3 of the different corners of the carrier box that's underneath the airship.
Thank you for the bits, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you. Stop, you're
Because
spoiling
of
us.
Kathy and also hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Guys, we love Kathy in this stream. Yeah, I play video games with Kathy a lot. Kathy and
thank you,
Caleb.
Kathy. You're the best.
Kathy Craven?
Different Kathy.
What?
Kathy Craven,
Caleb
great
from
Call of
CBS.
Duty. She gets the 3 of us, and a couple of like Carlos's friends, and so I got play video games.
Oh.
We love Kathy. No, I genuinely love Kathy.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Kathy. We love you.
You just had to say CC3. Now she's in.
Yeah.
CC3.
Yeah.
Well, you guys.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yes, absolutely. Just for that, everybody has just enough time to get their hands on a rope. And instead of rolling an athletics roll to see if you catch it, I'm going to have you roll an athletics roll to see how well you catch it and how adeptly you begin to climb.
And how cool we look while doing it.
The cool is going to be a separate roll.
Okay. Can I add my charisma to that one?
You're good at acting.
Can I add charisma to anything I want to?
Can I add charisma to all of my stats?
Let me just say a blanket no to
Wait, is it
everything.
athletics you said?
And then, yep. And then have you give me some numbers. And this isn't to see whether or not you grab it. You are grabbing it. It's just to see how pretty you are. 5.
I got a 10.
And a 10. Very average.
Oh. We got distracted by the 1,000
What?
bits.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Thank you so much. That's so good.
Thank you, Alberon.
Thanks. That's pretty sweet.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
That was one of our, I think that might be our largest
Bits.
little diamond that ever popped up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a big chunk.
That is a big chunk.
That is
So,
a pretty
We both got
Did
13.
we catch the wires?
Everybody caught him. You with a 10, you with a 5.
13.
13.
13.
13, both of you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's handy. The bards rolling together. The bards jump
Bards
and
of a
leap
feather
out
roll
and
together.
catch on. And they hang on and do a little bit better than Monolith does, a little bit higher, and definitely makes them seem graceful. Maybe it's their bardish nature.
Thank you for the other 200.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy has to improve.
Yeah, Kathy.
I don't know.
Alberon took the number 1 spot, so I think Kathy's trying to get it back.
Oh, Kathy, we
Fight!
Anyways, we're on the ropes.
You sure are. I will say that your leap and catch also has you hanging on the rope pretty steadily. Monolith is a little bit higher, and you grabbed onto the rope that he's on just beneath.
Ha!
The two bards grabbed on at almost the exact same place, and they're standing. They're clinging to the rope at about face level together, almost able to have a conversation. Zephaniah, excited to see the HMS Zephaniah flying again, and probably more concerned about making sure that they can get to the controls quickly, leaps with thoughts of not leaping in their head, probably thinking about things besides leaping. And they grab the rope at about the midpoint, a really good leap. But damned if the slippery wet hands don't cause a problem, and slipping begins. And you probably slip about 5 feet before friction allows you to grip tightly. And you take a point of damage.
That's why I did it so
I take 1 damage for doing it so bad.
Yep, that's the friction on your hands. You slid down 5 feet.
I'm holding my plants in one of my hands while I'm doing this.
I guess with a roll like you got, you're holding a plant.
Monolith, what are we doing?
You are strong.
The other 500 bits, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy!
Cam
Kathy,
should
come in
fight
close.
me later.
What?
Cam
Cam
can.
should fight me later.
Nice.
What did I do?
You know what you did.
What, Kathy?
We all know what you did.
I'm sorry.
10 p.m. on Saturday. Cam versus Kathy.
Sunday.
Absolutely. That was.
So, yes, you definitely, thanks to your roll, managed to and your giant muscular arm are also holding on to a flower.
500 bits from
We got a competition here.
Boom, boom, boom.
This is the
Thank you.
funniest
She
thing I've
said,
ever seen.
"This is a fight," in all caps.
Kathy, calm down. Kathy, please.
It's alright. It's
Everybody
I
take a
believe in you,
breath.
Kathy.
It's okay,
You
guys.
must.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm holding the plant! Does it float in the air, or did the bubble pop as soon as we got out of the water?
It's still encased in a bubble.
Yeah!
It's a little awkward and weird looking. Some of the soils come out of the pot and it's collected at the bottom of the bubble. But you're still holding it, and it's somehow still... If you weren't so damn strong with your one good arm, you'd have a problem pulling this off, but you're doing it pretty well. That has all 5 of you, miraculously. Who knows how that timing worked out? It's
Yeah.
pretty miraculous.
It is pretty miraculous. Let's try to think about it.
All 5 of you. Yeah, let's not bother giving too much thought to it.
No, of course not.
Wait, Monolith, why is the ship flying?
I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play. Shh. What? That's all I say.
Somebody stole it. Or is stealing it currently.
Well, well, yeah, but... What?
Shut up.
What?
We gotta send the filter. You're so loud.
I'm sorry, but we were gonna go talk to them.
I swear to God. Okay, I swear to God.
Casey,
Plural.
I will cut your rope. I will cut your rope.
We're on the same rope.
I will cut beneath me, dingus.
Wait, no,
Well, then
I'm-
what
I'm
about
beneath
these
you.
people?
Oh my god.
Casey, I
We're
swear to
gonna
God, you
go
won't stop
introduce
talking.
ourselves cautiously, okay? We don't need you.
I tell you what, for my own sanity, roll for initiative.
Oh my god, this is terrible. I hate this.
We're on rope!
I'm gonna miss you step up there for sure. Like, there's no way this is gonna happen.
I'm just gonna climb.
Yikes.
I don't have this stuff.
Oh, this is really bad.
21.
Yeah, but this is really inconvenient when I'm trying to look up spells, but I love you dearly, so it's not really an issue.
Oh, she's so beautiful. I like how she puts a paw under your arm to support your arm while you support her
It's
head.
very important.
Very supportant.
Very supportant.
Alright.
20 to 25. Who's out there?
Woo! 21, baby.
21 from Mr. Johnny on the Spot Monolith.
Love that lad.
Hey, Johnny in the spot.
Who's up? 15 to 20.
18.
18 for
That's
Angel.
so good.
Goodness,
I'm
guys.
so happy for you.
18 for Angel. I know you want my autograph. Williams. And 10 to 15. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. 10 to 5 to 10.
I got the 9.
5 to 10. 9.
I
got
also
an
got
8.
the 9.
6 plus 2.
999 26 26. Burger green.
I got
would you
7
guys
plus
decide who's going to go first, or we're going to? No, I'm sorry. Each time we get to the turn, you guys can decide whatever works best for you. Is the way I like it.
All right.
That's my favorite.
That's a pretty fun one. I like that one.
I also agree with that statement.
And I agree
Both
with
of
you
you
agree with that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And
I
0 to
appreciate your
5.
grief
I
with
know.
my statement.
Zephaniah, 0 to 5. Where do you fall?
Oh, I said that. I got an 8.
8.
I didn't hear it.
Oh no, sorry. My bad. I think I said it while they were speaking. So that probably. I mean, you know.
Oh, you're like,
That's
clearly
not
she's
up.
dying. I'm like, what the
And then
Ding dong boom.
I'm not going to
yeah.
tell you that the bad guys rolled really bad.
That's
But I'm not going to tell you.
Is that a dog? Oh, she's here.
Hands. At the top of the lineup, we
Just
have
by how loud.
Monolith.
Oh, wait.
What are you going to do? You're dangling from a rope.
Cut the rope above me. I'm kidding.
Instead,
I'm gonna climb.
Last one. Sounds like
the rope's about 15 feet of climbing, and that would be your movement. When you're climbing a rope, it's going to be half your movement.
Oh. So I gain. So it would require double. So it's 15 feet, but it would require 30 to get up.
Nope. You'll use all. Yes, you'll use all of your movement to make it up to the catwalk.
Okay.
No, but yes.
And that's true for everybody. You'll use all of your movement to get up to the catwalk.
Then that's what I shall.
That's how I'm maneuvering this particular rope climbing expedition.
I shall do that.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you make it to the top?
Do I see anybody? Is there anybody like directly in front of me while I'm on the catwalk, or are they all inside?
Nobody that you see right now. You've got several portholes on the side, and while you're standing there, you see one person. You see one individual run past the window and not see you. It looked like they're running down the hall and shouting something. It's a language you recognize, but not words that you're able to discern.
Huh. Then I'm going to use a dash action to go 30 feet into the ship and through the door.
Okay.
That's a rogue thing, right?
Yes. Yeah. Bonus action.
30 feet takes you to the center of the ship, and you're now in the hallway. And from here, you can see multiple individuals. And you're not rolling. You know what? I'll just give it to you. What you're seeing in that flash that you're looking, you see a blue dragonborn. The back of a blue dragonborn running away from you towards the controls, and running toward you, because you're at the midpoint.
Sorry.
You see two halflings that look almost exactly the same. They're dressed as, stereotypical pirates.
Mm-hmm.
One of them has a hat, and the other one looks like they should, but it doesn't seem to have it on them.
Okay.
And they're running towards you, and they're both holding scimitars up. With large scabbards that protect the hand.
Does anybody react to the fact that I'm in my underwear but wearing a chainmail shirt?
You don't have time to see if they're reacting to what you're wearing yet. You hardly had time to see that anybody's running down the hall. You may have recognized that they were running down the hall before you got there, and are continuing to run, but now with a little bit of a shocked expression like,
who is
Were you
this guy?
Were you hoping that they were admiring your chiseled thighs?
No. I was hoping that they would be flabbergasted
Because
by my bod.
lower bodies is all out there.
He's got chiseled abs, bro.
But he's got a shirt on.
Angel, it's on
It's
you.
chainmail, so you can see through the hole.
And then Casey Jam, it'll be on you after that.
Alright.
Little teeth.
Alright. No, please keep going.
So you know what's funny is that
Angel.
Angel.
Here's
she said.
okay. So I just want to make sure I have a clear picture of what's going on before I do anything.
Okay.
Airship is
Before you cast Fireball.
It's our fire. It's our airship. Please don't pass.
actually.
Obviously.
I don't think I. Can I say I've taken a long rest or a short
No,
rest?
we have
No,
not.
I can't.
Most definitely.
I only have one fireball slot left.
Oh, dope.
A third level slot is reserved only for fireball.
What else even goes in that
So
slot?
the airship is moving away, right? And we're like trying to hold on to the rope.
Nothing.
You're
That's great.
dangling from the rope like a sandbag dangling from a
Oh,
moving
okay, so
airship.
like we're not doing anything. It's just okay, cool. I'm gonna cast a spell, and it'll be super cool and super fun. And vicious mockery. Are they in earshot? Dang, guys, I have so many spells. It's just talking.
You should probably focus on the first part, which is ascending into the ship.
I'd like to move into the airship.
Ah. You want to climb the rope you're hanging on?
I'm gonna climb that rope.
Okay. You scurry up the rope without much effort. Angel might be an actor, but in this instance, he's a climber. And you climb directly up to the catwalk without any effort. You hop up on the opposite side of the ship where Monolith is. He's on the port. You're popping up on the starboard. Where you pop up, you are greeted by an individual, an elf, an elven individual. She is tall and dressed in what looks like tan clothes that are wet and maybe aged from being in the sea for a while. You briefly take that in, as well as her shocked look at seeing somebody climb up onto the ship that they're on. You have an opportunity to still take an action. You've only used your movement.
Is it? So, am I up on the ship, or am I still dangling from the rope, like about to? Like, am I looking up at her, like from the rope, or am I like?
You popped all the way up. You're on your feet, standing on the catwalk at the very back, while they stand at the midpoint, looking at you like.
I would like to try and push her off, please.
You can't. You don't have any more movement to get there. You're kind of stuck at about 15 feet
Then
away.
Am I within 30? Am I within 5 feet of her?
No, you're about 15 feet away.
Okay.
So within 30 works. That was
Just
your
throw
first
your
question.
sword.
Get the hell out of here!
Okay. I would like to cast.
She'll do it. She'll
Stop.
do it. Stop tempting her.
I'd like to cast darkness.
Oh. All right.
What does it say the radius is?
I dig that.
15-foot radius sphere. I choose where, so I'd like to put it like in the middle of all the enemies. Put the darkness. 15-foot sphere.
Yep. And how long is concentration spell? And it dissipates when you
I think
end
it's
it?
10 minutes.
It
As far as I
is-
know, I think it's 10
Yep,
minutes.
it's concentration up to 10 minutes. Does that mean when I cast another spell, it'll be gone?
No, you
only
can-
another concentration spell.
Yeah,
You
so
can
you-
cast a non-concentration spell.
Okay.
Yep.
Dope.
And you can decide to break your own concentration and drop the spell at any time in that 10 minutes.
And it doesn't trigger your bonus.
But do you say
action.
anything cool when you cast darkness?
Darkness.
Encompassing me, all that I see, absolute horror.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone. That's what Angel says. And then can I...
Look, I appreciated the effort.
What do you?
For a minute there, I thought the whole show was going metal, but it all came back to the Twilight Zone.
It was just good. I like it. I like Twilight Zone.
I can't wait for you guys to get to the arc where Casey joins the metal band. And she's the lead singer.
That's exciting.
Absolutely.
Can you even imagine metal Casey? Because that really seems right to me.
Goth Casey.
Just the-
Casey had an emo phase. Don't even front with me.
Yeah,
Or she hasn't had it yet.
Hey,
Or
give it away.
she's been holding it off, so it's going to be extreme.
I can't wait to see.
Monolith is going to die and
Execute.
shoot around.
You
Really
lovers
care.
don't understand me. That's just like,
You guys
My
don't
dad-
understand me. You guys need to talk to more people.
Can
Good
I do anything else my turn, or is that
Well, let's deal with your action.
okay? Cool.
15-foot radius means a 30-foot circumference.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, diameter, not circumference, goodness gracious. We need to involve pi if we want to calculate the circumference.
You didn't say anything about pie. Thank you.
Arr.
Ew.
Okay. Go away.
so,
So you've got a 30-foot sphere of darkness on a ship that's about 60 feet long, and you cast it on where the enemies are. The enemies are up near the bridge and the front part of the ship, to the best of your knowledge. Would you know? I'm not sure you would know where they are to cast it.
I've only seen the one.
Oh, I thought I saw the one.
You do.
Just one, though.
Okay, then I'll cast it where she is.
Which
where
is still
yeah.
still the midpoint, just a little further up.
Yeah.
All right. You hear a few shouts of, whoa, what the? Oh my god, I can't! And a loud bonking sound.
Oh no.
And we won't have any more information about what you've done, but you did successfully cast that spell, and it is in place right now and active.
Okay.
Cool. And we're going to move on to the Casey, Janet, Tammy duo, and you guys can decide who's doing what.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work, so maybe you should go first.
I'm going to run up.
Run up the rope? What?
Yeah, I'm going to run. I'm going to
Naruto
jump the rope.
run up.
I'm just going to run up the rope. I'm actually going to grow wings and fly
You're shaking.
up the rope. Not only am I a water creature, but I'm an air
The
creature
cat
as
is
well.
also shaking. The cat looking at us.
Jason, I'm going to fly.
Got it.
Yep.
You fall to your death.
I'm going to climb to the rope. I'm going to get on the ship.
Okay. You find yourself exactly next to your friend Angel, and you're staring forward into darkness.
Hello?
Hi.
Well, you guys are standing next to each other with no problem. I think if you were shouting in...
Into the darkness.
Is that the...
Hello?
I guess that's more of an interaction because you're not waiting for an answer. Is there an action you'd like to take while you're there?
I would like to... I would like to hold my action to throw the net at the first person I see.
Got it. So as soon as you see an enemy, you're going to unleash the net.
Yes.
Got it.
No, he said person. That means us. You see one of us. We're truth. Oh, sorry. I panicked.
Jane Tammy, you were on a cable by yourself. Monolith had climbed to the top. He's already up there.
I go.
You use your movement. You hop up onto the catwalk, and
Holding a
you
plane.
are with Monolith. And as you look forward, you also see this little sphere of darkness that comes out. Doesn't completely obscure the catwalk on your side. But you do seem to... Nope, you guys are both at the rear of the ship on the catwalk.
Didn't Monolith
facing
run 30
forward.
feet inside?
30 feet inside.
Oh, you're in the dead-ass center of darkness. I'm sorry, I
thought so.
forgot.
So you're now consumed by darkness.
Fantastic. One of
The noise that
bonks
you
was
heard
my
of the
skull.
bonk was, that was Monolith.
Take one point of
You're like,
bludgeoning
hey,
damage.
what's going on? Oh, yeah.
Let me get the... There's no reason for us not to have the map. It's just the same ship
Oh, there's a
map.
map. Oh, right.
And it's
yeah,
not-
'cause
Oh,
it's a ship.
cool.
Nothing
Right,
out of the ordinary.
yeah.
Just we keep talking about numbers, and you should be able to see what you're doing.
Guys, we gotta do some work.
Is this fight sponsored
No, I
by
don't think they're putting
Dwarven
it in. I
Forge?
think they're...
Yes, I hope everybody's ready for a Dwarven Forge map that we have made out of
Dwarven forgery.
Dwarven and forgery.
Thank
Made
you.
from real
That's kind of
dwarves
fucked
and
up,
real
don't you
dwarves?
think?
What, did they forge
Oh
it?
yeah.
We forged it
It's
out
made
of dwarves.
Well,
It's made out of dwarves.
Wow, you said it. Parker, you said it, though.
Thank
actually.
you. I'm very proud of you.
Wow.
Look at this.
Wow. Do you have
That's
like
phenomenal.
superpowers or something? That's really cool.
Guys, want to see a magic trick? Look.
Guys,
Yeah,
wait,
I'd love to,
look.
absolutely.
Yeah.
One starburst, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah.
technically-
Whoa!
Wow.
Jason,
I
you
was-
missed it. Kayla just did a magic trick.
Thank you, Kayla.
Ew, what's going on here?
You?
Ew, yeah.
Are they like squishy?
Like the wrapper is like right here.
Thank you, Cassie, for the subscription.
Yeah,
Hey, what a
Welcome.
legend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. We love you, Kathy.
You're great,
Hey,
Kathy.
where are our minis, Jason?
We're not setting the map up. I just need you to have a frame of reference right now, or put them on there. They're all
Also-
right there. They're all right there. That's
I
legit.
felt like I said that way more accusingly than I intended.
Where are they?
I meant to be like, I just meant to ask, like, where are minis, Jason? Not like,
Oh,
Jason.
well, since you asked that way, they're right here.
Oh, dope.
Magic.
Ta-da!
Darkness is here.
Ta-da!
Darkness is here.
Dead center. One big circle.
Come on, no
All-
list is dabbing.
That's me.
There's also two hallways right here and here, isn't there?
And then Casey. And then Angel.
There's an angel. Yeah, there's an angel.
And then Zip.
That's me. Actually, where did I come up? Did you come up on the back?
You have not come up yet.
Right. But Janet Tammy's come up on the back or on the side?
Right here, I believe.
The two of them came up on the back. The two of
You're on the
them
back.
on the front. I'm sorry, the back on the other side, the starboard. And you're front, but on Janet Tammy's side.
Left or right of where am I?
Okay, so I'm towards the front-ish. So where on the ship would I be if you were to point at this diagram?
Which one is
When I climb
starboard?
up.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
This one?
Front corner. Yep.
This one? This one?
That's
The front
that's
corner.
me.
On the other side, that one.
Pointing to this side.
So you gotta put the other two on the
This
other side then.
This side.
Can you give me the
Is that the
boat?
front?
That's the back.
Give me the boat. I want the boat. The whole boat.
This is really.
They're on there.
No.
All right. I forgot. I completely forgot that Cam's breaks in half at every time we touch it. I'll glue it back together. For
No, it's okay. I don't care.
You're on this side.
I was thinking about getting a
and
new one.
we have
Oh, really?
this side. Zeph, were you shield or no shield?
I'm no shield.
Angel is the
That's
one
Angel.
with the.
That's
Yeah,
Angel.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. And so you're this one without the shield.
But I thought I was at the front.
Give me a second.
Jason.
Jumping.
But I thought
I'm
you
in the-
were
I'm in the middle.
starboard.
Jumping gods.
Where am I, though?
I'm in the, but I mean like
Which
the
one
middle.
am I at?
Your airship's about to crash. It's happening.
Oh, look, you guys fell off the airship and it flew
Oh,
away.
wow.
Oh, darn.
No,
Oh, I
no,
guess this
not
map
like
is.
this.
Oh, what's that?
No,
A leviathan in the water? It ain't you.
A level 20 dragon you see above you? What does this mean?
It's fine. We can take it.
A
Yeah, I
red
think
dragon
so.
in the middle of the ocean? What is that doing there?
Oh my God! Is that Tarask himself?
Like
That's insane.
Whoa.
Dora the Explorer. Do you guys see a red dragon?
Could you move
Click on the
smaller
red
to the center of the
dragon.
intersection?
Always the center of attention.
Always the get rags.
We've done it. That's where you are.
Nice. I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm at a cool place that lets me kill people.
Now,
Yeah.
we're
me
not
too.
putting other stuff on here because this isn't a battle map yet. This is just a map so you know where you are. Janet Tammy, are you completely done, or is there something you'd like to
I
do?
haven't even done anything yet.
Well, then you best hurry because
I throw
time's
the net at
running
Janet
out.
Tammy.
Can you give me the pencil?
I think Jan Tammy's done enough. Don't you
Um,
think?
do I see anybody? That's not any of my allies.
No. You just see a catwalk that's empty and a door that's closing in front of you.
Then I'm going to. I can't move anymore.
True.
Well, yes, I can. I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Do you know it?
And I'm gonna. Is this? I'm sorry. Is the darkness here?
Mhm.
Like this way?
Yep, dead center.
So is there any like right here? Sorry. Like right here. Like
So
right
15
here.
feet is like this. You're going to make a circle of 15 feet with monolith at the center.
3 cubes, and then do it.
So like
Do you have your
this.
protractor on you?
No, that's the
It's
opposite,
this
babe.
big. It's 15 and
Babe,
15.
15, and then in a circle around. He is the center point. There's 15-foot radius.
No, I mean okay.
I can't
I'm just gonna
bend my
go
hands like that.
right here, and I'm gonna be like, "Hello."
Why's everybody saying hello?
Because we said we were gonna talk first.
No.
So, I'm sorry, you can't enter there. You probably meant to enter through the walkway that you can't see that's between the first and the second cargo hold. Yep, that's the hallway that allows you to go into the center. And now you're with monolith in the darkness.
And you all be chilling.
Hello?
And you say hello. Alright. Well, that takes us to
Monolith, I got a plan!
Zephaniah.
Wait, what?
I can't see him.
After Casey goes.
What did you
Casey wins. Holding a net action.
I ascend gracefully.
Okay.
What am I in front of it? I'm at the front of the ship.
You ascend and you make it up to the catwalk. And you're looking at the same catwalk that Jan and Tammy saw a minute ago. It's just empty. There's a door in the dead center that would take you down a hallway. There's a portal.
Isn't this? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Isn't there a door there that allows me to enter into the controls at the front of the ship?
There's a hatch at the top. You've entered there before when you came down off the top of the ship before.
Okay.
But it's not one that you reach from the catwalk.
Okay.
There's a...
Can I see in there, though?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do I see?
Darkness.
Oh,
up on the bridge, you're able to see...
On the bridge.
Up on the bridge, you're able to see a dragonborn that looks like he's covered in blue scales. And he's working hard trying to figure out the controls, or it seems like that's what he's working hard to do. And he is joined with a human and a few other figures that are scattering in and out of the darkness that's nearby.
Shit. Okay. I should have done this before. I should have casted Blur before I walked up here. I should have blurred. If I Misty Step in there by myself, not wearing armor, it's probably not going to go very well.
Probably not.
The darkness is only marginally but only marginally. It allows us to walk up to them without getting shot, which is dope. I'm just gonna follow them. I'm just gonna use my action to follow them. And as I'm running, I'm gonna cast Blur on myself.
What's the bonus action?
Hopefully, let me just make that up. I think. I'm pretty sure I can make that up anyway. What's going on? So Jason, how's the week been?
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah.
My favorite part about it is that we're now at the weekend and I've got time to catch up on stuff that I feel like I couldn't catch up on because I was so sleepy at the first part.
That is pretty nice. It's definitely an action, so I'm not going to walk over there. I'm going to stay where I am.
Back in that corner?
Yeah, in that corner where I am.
You're going to cast Blur from there.
And I'm going to cast Blur from here, and I'm going to wait for them to talk. And then when I see things go bad, I'm going to Misty Step into the room and kill everybody.
I don't think you can hold a bonus action.
Oh, no, I'm just going to do it when it's back on my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about in the future you might do this thing.
Yes.
They're just giving you a heads up.
Yeah. Giving you a heads up of what's Zeph's.
Your shit's about to rock.
Yeah, I'm just letting everybody know shit's about to go down. Town.
No cap.
Okay.
Grant knows what's up.
And Zeph does she does something really cool. And what it is She goes like this, and she wipes across her face and says, "Now you see me." And she does that, and then she gets really blurry, and that's cool.
It is cool.
Did she do this?
She's not. Unfortunately, she's not John Cena.
Oh.
That's trademarked. Fantasy John Cena trademarked it, so I can't say that.
What a greedy guy.
When Zephaniah does a spell in the middle of the forest and nobody's there,
Does she still try to sound cool? The answer is yes.
apparently yes. That takes us to the bottom of the lineup where all the bad guys are lumped together.
Yeah.
The very first bad guy who's going to go is the captain, who at this point doesn't know he's in trouble, and also doesn't know he's the captain.
Oh.
He's just the person at the controls
So
right
he's
now.
nothing like me. He knows.
Yeah.
Naming their ship after themselves.
We've got we've got no action being taken against any of you by the person at the controls. We have no action being taken against any of you by the people huddled around the controls with the Blue Dragonborn. The only people that are going to actually follow through with an action because they know you're there is the elvish woman who was standing on the catwalk, who's now standing in darkness. They're going to run forward and confront. It looks like Angel's the closest. Confront Angel. They're going to hold up both their hands and make a motion like this and say, "Stop! Please don't attack us." We can't have a conversation. That's just their movement.
Are they within 15 feet?
They are now.
Yeah.
Does a 12 hit?
Just.
Nice.
I don't know what net stuff does. I've never actually used the net, but I throw the net.
Yep, you throw the net, and the counterbalances and the weights on the bottom make it open up into a large screen like a badminton net, and it wraps around the individual, and the momentum from the weights causes it to zip around a few times, and the elvish woman finds herself bound together, and while trying to talk to you and ask you to quit attacking, unable to make any noise.
I'm so sorry.
So that's got you guys at... Okay. You've completed your held action. She interacted with you and then stopped. Captain... Alright, that only leaves us with the two halflings that were running towards Monolith in the darkness when the darkness appeared. They're going to run forward and... not know where you are, but they're not trying to attack you. They're trying to run towards the front where the blue dragonborn is. However, you're standing in the hallway where they are, and everybody's in the dark, so there's a chance you're going to get hit. What's your... Don't tell me your DC. You can tell me if... DC? I'm an 8.
AC.
11 doesn't hit you, right?
Yeah.
And the other one is... Nope. 11 also doesn't hit you.
Well, this one does. This time.
That time? Oh, well then, yeah, you're in trouble. They, without you realizing it, run past you in the dark. The only indication that you had that anything even got close to you was the sound of two little sets of footprints going, and then as they go into the distance again. That completes the bad guy's actions and takes us back to the top. In a lot of ways, that was like a surprise round, and the little bit of not surprise that we had has taken its toll. So, Monolith, I've got some bad news. We're going to put you on hold and let you pick this up when we get back from our break.
Oh, okay.
As it stands right now, our heroes, the 5 people that you see here, they're playing 5 characters whose airship is being stolen from them. It's also my airship. It was Zephaniah's airship. It was secured to a sandy spit in the middle of the open sea. They were visiting an underwater settlement, and as they emerged from the sea, they saw that their airship was being taken. So who are you guys? And as you and it can go in any order. Who are you guys, and What are you doing?
I'm gonna do mine in the voice.
Oh, you should. Go for it.
Yeah. Hello, that's my character voice. I'm Zephaniah Zeph, and I have an airship that's mine, and this is that one. I'm an airship captain. I am a warlock, Asimar, but like the edgy one, and I love long walks on the beach and killing. What do I look like? I don't know. Character art pending. No, I'm just kidding. She's got like. I'm gonna do this in my normal voice now because it's weird talking about her in the like third person. She's got a big coat. Normally, it's padded in places with armor plating. She wears a half plate chest piece underneath. She's covered in scars. She's got short hair. It's been cut really messily. However, currently she's wearing just like an undershirt and some pants because I don't have any clothes on because we were just underwater in an underwater settlement, and I didn't put my armor back on because our airship was getting stolen. So that's exciting.
You were under the sea.
We were under the sea.
Everything's better.
Down where it's wetter.
Guys, the copyright.
Oh wait! Especially not them.
Yeah, no. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Who's up? Somebody go.
Me.
And go.
I'm Monolith, Earth Genasi Rogue.
Boom.
I got bullied today on the Campfire Quest Instagram. I was added, and the meme was about making a rogue. The basic bitch rogue, which is like street urchin. He's missing, doesn't have parents and stuff like that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I got added by Jason.
That's so good.
That's really
Nobody
funny.
should pick on you about that.
Yeah, I agree, Jason. But
that was mean.
That sounds like bullying. So that occurred on the Campfire Quest Instagram.
Yeah.
At Campfire Quest.
At Campfire Quest on Instagram.
Oh.
If you guys watch,
you could see the. I don't think you can see what people comment.
I think if you watch more than literally a single episode, you will know that Monolith is from the streets.
Yeah,
he's a street rat.
It's a running gag that I say a lot, but
as some would say. And there's a very slim chance that Monolith is actually a king. The airship is headed back to the city of Crestraken,
big city,
to find out if that's actually true.
Yeah.
How about between the two of you, Jan and Tammy?
Hi, my name is Jan Tammy Woodspin. I'm a half-orc druid. I grew up on the farm with on the farm. I love Excel and all spreadsheets.
Every spreadsheet's my favorite.
Her class is actually accounting.
Yeah.
Accountant.
I grew up with my mama, and my father, and currently they're missing, and I have to go find them. But I'm helping my friend Monolith out over here. Yeah. I'm real big, and I'm also blue, not green.
Oh, I'm gray.
Common misconception.
I'm gray.
Common.
I'm like a normal person.
I'm like normal.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
But wait, I'm not a normal person.
But like.
Yeah, you're a rock.
But like tan, I guess.
not rock.
Like a little bit tan. But if you didn't know, you would think she was just a human being.
An orc accountant would be an orc accountant.
You know who doesn't look like a human being?
Or accountant. Or consultant.
That's subjective.
Walk us through Angel.
Angel.
I guess that is.
Should I do my character?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm British. Okay. We're there. I'm Angel. I am a tiefling bard. And, oh my goodness, this is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yonko.
Hi, Pinky.
That's awful.
Bianca's a tool.
Hey!
She's a bully.
You were
I feel
used.
so used.
Nice.
No, she loves you and cares about you as long as you're there to help her get the cam.
That's correct.
A means to an end.
Alright, Angel's a tiefling bard. He's blue. He's got horns. He is a famous playwright, and he is the best thing to ever happen to anything ever.
Everybody
Everything he
thinks
touches
so.
turns to gold because he's that great.
He's actually cursed. His name used to be Midas.
Everything you you touch turns into gold. Turns to gold. Do you remember that song?
Nope.
Y'all remember that song?
No.
I've got the magic in me.
Did you say it's
Got
class?
the magic
Bart.
Should we know that?
Tiefling Bard.
Tiefling Bard. What's Casey?
thing.
What's that
Hey, Casey.
What's your name?
My
And
name?
who are you?
I am Callisto Clausius. A lot of people call me Casey, for short, because it's a lot easier than saying Callisto.
What about Callie? Oh my god, such potential.
You can call me Callie, I don't care.
That's so hype. I
Callie,
got
baby.
about Callie.
So if you guys want to call me Callie, you can call me Callie. I am
Go on,
a Triton Bard, College of Whispers.
Both of you are grounded.
College
Especially you.
I am the College of ASMR.
No.
Actually,
That Zeph is an ASMR.
Sorry.
Wait. Alright, that's the bit.
How do you spell Callisto?
Stop! I'm getting goosebumps on my back.
Kallisto.
You had it right.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you,
Let's go, Rogues and Bards.
Yeah, Rogues and Bards. Rogues and
Kathy
Bards.
first
Rogues and Bards. Rogues and Bards. Rogues and
Whatever.
Bards.
Rogues and Bards.
Rogues and Bards.
Yeah, who cares about Warlocks, which are the
but
best
she-
and the coolest and so
she's-
sexy?
She's a
Fine.
blue Triton with long green hair with
Also
a
scream as druids.
up in a half bun, and then she's blue. I forgot to mention that she's blue.
You're both blue.
Yeah,
All three of us are
three of
blue.
Blue crew, baby.
And
Blue
she has a lot of
crew.
jewelry
Great.
on, like a lot of jewelry.
What color's your hair?
Green.
Nice.
Yeah, she's got a
Eileen?
blue skin.
I
with
pictured
like
it as black, actually.
Yeah, really?
I also pictured it as, but more like a blue-black, you know, where
Yeah.
it's like doing the shiny thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is it definitely shiny though? Like it's like good hair. Like,
Is
you
it?
look at Casey, you're like, that's a good head of
Does
hair.
it look
Good
constantly wet when you're outside? Because
It's
that's
like
kind of
that
what I
beachy
imagine
kind
it.
of look.
Oh my god, like
Wow.
you just
Yeah.
dried off, but it looks way better than
Like
it
you haven't
should.
washed
Like,
your
Yeah.
hair in a
Like
month,
how does
but
her
not
hair
in a
look
bad
that
way.
good? Because
Yeah.
she just got out of the ocean 10 seconds ago. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I guess.
She's really hot.
That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
she's really
Go for
hot.
it.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
really
I
but-
think she's the only
Great
hot
crew.
person on the crew.
I don't know about
I mean,
that.
Janet
Hey!
Tammy's ripped. She's
Hey,
pretty
Janet
hot.
Tammy's really
But she's also
hot.
like 10 years old.
Okay, but to other,
She's
to other 18-year-olds, she's obviously hot as hell.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Listen, Monolith's a pretty
Is one
smoking
of those
30-year-old
handsome?
stone.
Is he handsome?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
but
I
you're
did
30.
watch Grant
Yeah.
make him in Hero Forge, and I was like, that's a good looking.
I'll show.
But is
I'll-
Angel
no, I don't want
Williams like? Is he like? He's like a twink, right?
Oh yeah, Angel
Yeah.
Williams.
I was we made them on the same computer so that we only had one shipping charge, and Kay was literally like, "Oh, look at this Twinkie boy."
But is he a cute twink?
Yeah, he is.
I would picture him like a little bit effeminate, like definitely.
No, he's got long hair. I guess I should go into detail about this. He has long hair. It's
Really? I never knew you.
braided and stuff.
Nice.
But it's still down. It's blonde, but a little bit of his roots show through,
That's
especially
awesome.
since the graining started, and his hair is a little bit bluish greenish. Yeah.
I was actually about to say when you guys met Zeph, her hair was really short and cut really, really poorly. But I guess now it's more like,
Yeah.
but still looks terrible. It looks really bad. Somebody
That's
please
very
cut it.
cool.
Well, and now that we can definitely visualize how you guys look, we can picture how you seem on this airship. There's a center of darkness after Angel cast the spell, a sphere of darkness that's off to the starboard side just a little bit, and it leaves the very center of the ship in almost complete darkness. And Monolith is going to be the first one to act now based on the initiative that we rolled earlier. Monolith, what the heck are you going to do?
I'm in a sphere of darkness.
Oh, before you start, Zoe, who do you think did the best job describing themselves?
I believe that chat was impressed with Cam's description of Casey's hair.
Would you pass down this initiative token?
Oh wow, incredible!
That
all
is
the way.
coin number 2
Oh,
for me.
all
I
the
still
way
have
down.
one from the 24-hour stream that I haven't used.
Yep, it's right here. In fact, if you can also pass
I've
that
been
down.
struck with a cat. Just throw it in.
I know I
in
shouldn't, but I
pit.
desperately want to like.
It does look like
This is the one with the teeth marks.
Throw it in the pit.
Oh,
Throw it in the pit.
I had to
Throw it in
prove
the
it
pit.
was actually
In the
gold.
pit.
And
You fell
It's not, it's wood.
in the pit.
All right, so we have
We
our loot table's inspiration token is in use, and Monolith. Now, walk us through what you're gonna do.
Mono. It's all up to mono.
All up to
mono.
mono. Got that strep throat, baby. Got that mono.
That's the other one.
Mononucleosis.
No, it's not. Isn't it my other one?
They're different.
Hey, why don't you perform your action? You ever consider
Unless you want to do your movement.
That's true.
Do I know which direction I'm facing?
You've been on this ship before. You're in darkness and you can't see, but you can stick your hands out and feel things.
I'm gonna feel and try to head towards the front.
Picture how easy that is. You just heard footsteps go in that direction. You're essentially using echolocation to walk in the direction. Even if you bounce a little bit off of the walls, you're still headed in the right direction.
I'm a bat.
It doesn't take long. Even if I was going to charge you half speed, it wouldn't take long for you to burst out of the sphere of darkness and be standing among 4 individuals. The 2 little swashbucklers that you saw, the blue dragonborn who's working at the wheel and dealing with crystals, and the human who looks really old and hasn't shaved in a while and might be more sunburned than he should be.
Okay, I'm gonna hold an action, but I'm gonna draw my swords, and I'm gonna be like, give me one good reason not to stab all of you. And I'm holding my action for should anybody attempt anything of a violent nature, like get close to me and try to hit me.
So you're holding your action unless provoked.
Unless provoked.
Okay. So you're standing there, you've released your query, and a few people who don't have a chance to react much to you, you do notice a few within that brief bit of an interaction gasp and turn in your direction as if they weren't expecting to see anybody on the bridge they didn't recognize. Next up, we're going to head over to Angel.
Angel!
I don't know if we've discussed this, but Angel's got long hair and a bit of a twink.
I hated
Bit of a twinkle in their eye.
Yeah, I love him. He's got a twinkle of love.
I love watching everybody cringe when I talk.
It's lit.
It's not that I was cringing. It was very unexpected. You know, I say twink a lot. It's interesting to hear that from your instructor. It's a fun experience.
The best part is when he's your father.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never experienced that actually. So
I've experienced my great aunt who's 70-something. Who's talking about a Barbie doll, and she was like, "Oh, you should have seen this Ken doll. It was a little twink." And I was like, "How do you know what that is?"
You know what that means.
You just hit Binky's tail.
Well, Binky used me. I'm sorry, Binky.
I don't think she even noticed.
Okay. What? Oh, she said something mean.
It's always safest, just FYI to everybody who's younger than me at the table, which I think is all of you.
Yeah.
Always assume that older people know everything and more than you. Things that you don't know they should know, just think they probably know them. And it's not because they're smart, it's because they're old. Experience. Your grandmothers, all of your grandmothers know what a twink is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know about that.
I'll be honest, I don't think my grandma knows.
Can you ask your mom if you're...
Could you please...
Can you ask your mom if her mom knows what a twink is?
Grandma if she knows what a twink is?
Ask grandma. She knows what a twink is.
I take it back.
My mom.
Please don't ask anybody. I rescind any vast.
We cannot be held responsible for anything Grandma says when she learns what a twink is.
We're gonna start a poll. If your ancestors knew what twink meant, please let us know.
Hey, Angel Williams.
Comment down below. Hit the like button.
Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell.
Make sure to hit that bell.
Ding ding.
You've got this.
What's up, fam? It's time for another vlog coming at you fast.
Angel.
I
would you like
have
to do?
I guess this is kind of a mechanic question, but am I allowed to have can I conversate now, or is it because we're still in initiative? I can only say like a line.
So, The lines that you get to say, those are called interactions, and those are free. But you can take your action and say, I'm going to use my action to have a little bit of a conversation, and you can get a very short answer back.
It's just Mabel fighting herself. She's just growling and rolling on her back.
Rubbing her back, and she's making herself happy.
I'm making sure I'm pulling nobody.
I'm gonna say, is it possible to minor illusion like flame? Is that a thing that you can do?
I mean, you can minor illusion anything.
All right, I'm gonna say Angel.
We're having some animal fun on this show tonight, huh?
I wish Mabel would run outside.
She just jumps through a
Actually,
window.
you know what? No,
Oh
I'm
no!
not gonna do that. Thank God everyone's hot. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on the person who just did that.
Oh, alright.
Are we talking about the elven woman who's in the net, captured in front
Just
of you?
kidding. That would be very silly of me to do. I didn't realize she was the one in the net. I thought someone else was in the net. But I guess yeah, just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep changing my turn over and over again. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like that.
Well, you're doing well so far.
All right, minor illusion flame, and then I'm gonna say, "Why shouldn't we hurt you?" And I'll wait for a response.
Cam has to. You can.
It's not my turn.
No,
yet, so.
of course. No, I was trying. I was like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You're good.
She looks at you and looks at the flame, and it's not fear of the flame. It's mostly just I don't know, fear of a stranger on the ship they weren't expecting to see.
Yeah.
And she says to you,
Wait, aren't they supposed to respond if you ask them a question?
Only if Casey says it's okay.
There was Casey that.
Oh,
It's Casey's net.
Might be.
She's in the net.
She's in the net.
And she can't talk unless she's told to talk by. Right now, Casey, the owner. There might be some group attunement. You haven't received any kind of information on the net yet, other than that little bit you know.
Oh, wait, is it an attunement?
You don't know anything about it? I mean, you purchased it without knowing how long it took. Right now, it's working for you the way it was described, but it's not working for Angel the way it was described, because it seems to be yours.
Oh, big stress.
I believe it's your turn.
Good to know.
If it's the end of the game, are you doing anything else?
It's up to June.
I guess I don't have my weapons on me, so I can't even hold like an attack. Yeah, I'm done. I'm good.
Nothing else you'd like to do there?
Can I? Do I see Monolith? Right?
No, everybody's in darkness. The only person you see is Casey, who's standing right at your shoulder.
Oh, so I don't know. Casey's not gonna hurt a person. Okay, then yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. If I don't see Monolith, then there's no reason for me to inspire.
All right, Angel, the Tiefling Bard, comes to an end of their turn, and now we're going to hand it off to the two people that rolled the same in initiative, Casey and Shanna Tammy. You guys get to decide who's acting first.
Hello. Why are you on our ship?
Oh, well, we just want to get home. We didn't know it was anybody's ship. We just found it, and we've been stuck at sea for like 3 weeks. And this looked like a much better way to get home than that little driftwood we were all clinging to.
Oh. Of
Time to kill
course.
him.
Hey, Angel, can you drop the darkness, please? Guys, it's a false alarm. Let him go.
Angel.
Is that how that works?
Can we hear it?
Darkness could be dropped, but it's not Angel's turn yet.
I'm
and
still in initiative.
I think that's the... Is there anything else, Casey, you'd like to do with the amount of time they have?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm ready to stay.
You want to stand
I
some,
will
brother?
go over and take the net off of the person. And then I will yell out once again, guys, just they're not bad people.
Casey, I don't think you understand.
Are we far enough? Can we hear her? Because I don't know. I definitely can't hear something on the other side of the air. I'm all over here.
Well, I moved up closer to the middle.
Where?
Well, monolith is right here.
Towards the front. I'm sorry, I'm just
he's
moving.
falling.
You're okay,
He's tripping.
This will seem silly, and just go with me on this, please. I'm going to have you roll a performance roll.
Nice.
And this is going to be you communicating to your peers.
I love it.
And I'm going to have the people that might potentially hear, which would be Monolith and Zeph, do a specific perception roll. How bad was that?
Perception?
A total of 2.
No. Don't you add?
Persuasion?
Yeah, total of 7.
Okay, so either of you, you're both going to roll perception and...
Got lost in the raptor.
13 plus.
Oh,
1.
Do I get advantage on that at all? Do I get anything?
Wait.
Well, this is all kind of a farce anyway. I'm just trying to come up with a numerical way to see if you got hurt or not.
10.
If you'd like to choose it, you could. I haven't said one way or the other yet. Which would be a safe time to use that thing you're holding.
Oh, no, wait. I couldn't hear. It's Jen and Tammy who has to roll. Why did I roll?
Oh, me?
Why Jen and Tammy?
Because she's right there. Jen and Tammy's the closest one.
I was doing the people that were supposed to
far
go.
away. Oh, okay.
So did I.
You're close here.
What'd you roll to? What's your...
Yep, I'm going to use it. I was thinking about it. I'm going to use it.
Do we...
+5.
Was it worse?
No.
No. But it's 14.
That's better than what I rolled.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And what was yours, Zeph?
13 plus 1, 14.
And what was yours? Were you also a 14?
He had a 10. Monolith.
What? Oh, a 10. Huh? Where am I?
Well, in this made-up scenario, Zeph, you were able to hear somebody yell something, and you could even hear what it was, and you could recognize the voice. Monolith, you didn't hear anything at all.
Oh.
Bear in mind, it's a disembodied voice that you heard, and it carried what little information it carried in the short time it could carry it, and you could act on that in whatever way you choose. Janet Hammy, you are the next to act. You find yourself in the middle of a sphere of darkness in the middle of an airship, only about 25 feet off the open ocean with a sandy island behind you.
I'm still holding my plant. I walk over here. Hello? Hello?
Wait, did Jen and Tammy not hear me?
No, she did.
She did.
Oh.
As you walk forward, you emerge from the blackness, and you
I bumped
see...
into the wall a couple of times. Ah!
Yep.
Ah!
You spill some soil inside the bubble again. And from
the
there...
soil.
Oh, great.
You're able to look around and see the people that I've described before, the individuals that are trying to make the ship work, and you see Monolith holding an angry action.
Hi, Monolith. Hi, guys. My name is Jan Tammy Woodspin. It is an absolute pleasure to meet all of you.
We didn't expect to see anybody on this ship. This is the Dragonborn who's got blue scales and yellow eyes.
This is our ship.
Well, we looked around the island for a minute, didn't see anybody, so unless you were underwater, breathing underwater...
That's it. That's what it was. Well, that was real spot on. Did you see us come up or something?
You were underwater, breathing underwater?
Yeah. It's a
I
new
don't think
trick I
people
learned.
can do... Okay. Well, this is awkward. We were at sea for like 3 weeks now.
That's a long time.
It has been. It rained. We were able to capture some water to stay alive.
You guys weren't on the whale, were you?
The whale. No.
Maybe these are the wrong people.
Am I hallucinating? I know I've been at sea for a long time, but are you being crazy? Why are you asking me about the whale?
No. Hey, Zeph! Are you right there?
No.
Hey, Zeph!
No.
Are we allowed to communicate? Am I allowed to say something?
I mean, it would be my turn now, right?
We're,
hypothetically speaking.
It is. It is, and it not only would be, but is.
I Macy step into the room.
Zeph! Oh. Hey, these guys said they are lost.
I summon the action. I'm like, why are you still in my ship? What the hell? I'm gonna kill you.
We're not. Well, please don't kill us, because we certainly didn't mean to steal anything.
Wait, what?
It's the bad guys' turn now, and they aren't taking their action to attack you. So we're kind of falling out of initiative order.
Okay.
And you can stab anybody you want 24/7, Monolith. Don't let me stop.
No, I know, but I'm not gonna attack them. They're attacking me.
Well,
What was that noise?
Dobby screamed.
What do you mean you're not gonna? What are you talking about? I'm here to kill you. But like, wait. Okay, wait. Let's go back. What?
That's not necessary.
That is not necessary.
We'll just wait a minute.
What?
It wasn't just you guys. We were all having conversations, and then I put food in my mouth. Just chewing.
Yeah, really, it's all Grant's fault. If you really get down to it, it's all Grant.
Do you guys enjoy? Do you guys enjoy seafood?
No.
Yeah.
Depends.
Do you want to?
No, stop. I know what you're doing. He meant like, do you enjoy seafood?
Oh.
And he's gonna make us seafood.
No! Jason, I
prank
trusted you.
Do
Jason,
you?
I
Did you
put my
really? Like,
trust in your
that,
joke.
Caleb, that was
Never.
your fault.
This is a mistake on your end at this point.
Now I feel like.
I almost sprayed coffee and Nutribar like this.
Nutra.
We would have had some reasons to. Oh yeah, Nutrigrain sponsored our show, so brought to us by Nutrigrain.
No way.
We got 3 Nutrigrain bars.
Yeah, 3.
To give out.
Here's the other one.
We'll get.
Hey, who put the other Nutrigrain bar? Where is it?
I threw it away.
We're selling it and saving up money for a new camera.
It's just gross. I don't like Nutrigrain.
There's only 3.
Only allowed 3.
We used up all our profits for the year. So we've got. I'll take that. No. No matter how much.
Not even one?
No.
But if I earn it, can I take one bite?
If you earn it, I can't really do anything except beg you not to bite.
Please, Tristan, please,
I will not feed you,
please don't do it, please. No.
Please.
Just like a little.
Did
Just
I
a little
accidentally
bite?
give one away? How do I only have
You have
one?
another one.
No, you gave 2 away.
But I had 3.
You sure did.
Did you eat the other one?
Maybe I did.
Tristan.
I'm sorry.
Tristan.
I'm sorry.
Last we were there, we had
They'll put it out later.
Zephaniah.
That's me.
Misty Step. Like a
Step.
breeze on the wind.
Like a beautiful.
The breeze is the wind. Misty Step right into the bridge.
Very intimidating.
Like the wet water.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm also phasing
What isn't wet?
uncomfortably because I'm blurred.
You buffoon.
Everybody's concerned about you being there, but they're still just trying to make the ship work.
Oh my god, is
Hey,
Y'all never gave me a reason to not stab you. Wait.
We just found the ship. We were trying to take it home. We're just trying to get home.
Sounds like just being on a ship. That sounds like a reason to stab you. I'm not getting any reason.
yeah, I'm with my very aggressive friend here. That sounds like a great reason to stab you.
This isn't really fair because there was nobody at the ship. It was just
Oh, there
sitting
was
there.
no boo-hoo. Yeah, you think somebody just left an
Yeah, no,
airship,
if
a fully
you-
stocked airship here, tethered?
Wow.
You guys
and
aren't
this
very
us-
nice. We really just wanted to live.
Oh, we really
will
just
let
wanted
you
to
live.
live.
can't
I don't
steal our
understand
stuff.
why you have to be so
Are we there
mean.
yet?
They almost stranded us on an island to die.
We almost died.
What's going
Yeah,
on?
but they didn't mean it. It was just an accident.
They
Well,
didn't
whether
really-
they meant to or not, we'd still be skeletons.
Well, there is a beautiful town just underneath the water, isn't there?
It's not a beautiful.
No, it's
town.
not
They're
beautiful.
all
It's terrible.
mean.
They were all so rude.
I am on. Is that Zephaniah?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Those are nice people.
Oh, Casey, sweetheart.
Casey, you are naive
have such
and
a-
a child.
Delicate and beautiful soul.
What?
You are too kind.
I like pet your hair. Like, shh.
Oh
My sweet
Let-
summer child.
my god. It's as if I don't know
It's
if I
alright.
like this. This is kind of strange. So why
Alright,
should I not
anyway.
stab you to death?
Monolith,
What?
do not stab anybody.
I'm not going to unless they don't give me a reason not
I'll
to.
give you a
No,
reason.
we should have stabbed him anymore. I think the time for stabbing is past.
Monolith.
We don't want to be stabbed.
I feel like that's,
That's a
pretty
decent
good.
one. That's not bad. Yeah.
I respect
No,
that
no,
reason.
please, no. We already agreed we don't want to be stabbed.
I'm not gonna stab.
That's what he's saying.
you
He's saying
said
no
touche.
stabbing.
Touche. I meant as in like good point. I don't.
Oh, not. I'll stab
Not-
you now.
No, not that's no.
Yeah, not like on
That was a
guard.
little confusing. The
Yeah.
way you just threw that out there it
Yeah,
usually means and now I stab you.
I'll put these away, but there's got to be some sort of brig or something we can put these guys on.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
my name is Janet
Could you
Tammy. Janet Tammy Woodspin.
You're tall.
You're not.
How tall?
I am, actually.
Here's the thing, I am.
I love the idea of like a 7-foot person talking to a 7-foot person. Like, you're not.
I'm Scadman. I'm Scadman Tack.
Which one is this one? The Dragonborn?
Yes. Yeah. You probably enjoy my blue scales and my yellow eyes.
What do you call him, Scadman? I'm sorry.
Scadman.
What's his full name?
Scadman Tack.
Scadman Tack.
That doesn't sound like a joke.
Like
Scadman Tack. It doesn't sound like a joke. It's not a joke.
It's not some sort of rewording of something else.
Scadman Tack. No,
it sounds like a normal man.
These aren't comedy air pirates. These are poor souls lost.
These are like normal air pirates, not like comedy air pirates.
Like Jebediah Musa.
Seems like some. What? Why is the tiefling raising its hand?
Oh, tiefling isn't. Kayla is.
Oh, Kayla.
Because I have a question about the airship. Is it being flown by someone right now?
No, it's drifting at about 20 feet off of the surface, and it seems to just be going in the direction the wind is pushing it.
All right.
A gentle breeze, maybe.
We gotta park this
4 to 5 miles an hour.
Angel is gonna go over to the.
Something happened? Are we cool?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna go over to the steering wheel. Yeah. Let's. Okay.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, British. Oh, let's talk. Again.
What?
Let's.
We left that stuff on the beach.
Well, we don't have our stuff.
I forgot my clothes are on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, my underwear.
Guys, look at this plant I bought. Well, Mom, you weren't there. Look at this plant I bought.
Oh my god.
Hey, can you stop touching that and just move away, please?
Put that in your room or something.
Yeah,
no, we
There's
don't.
more stuff going on.
I'm the only one that's
I'm
ever.
gonna hold
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. We're not being mean anymore. Just calm down, all right?
I'm the only one that's ever been on an airship like this. I don't even know how to fly it. I thought maybe I could figure it out.
You're doing a terrible job.
Did you know we just figured this out? You can recharge the crystals. Who would have
Why
thought?
are you even telling them? They don't need to know that at all.
Oh,
Because
hey,
we found
charge
out
them
it was
how?
real neat.
Music.
I don't.
Let's not give them too much information. They may be lost.
Let's be like DJ
Maybe
Major,
you are
and I was gonna be like.
Are any of you magic users as well at all?
No, none of us that survived the shipwreck. We lost our two magic users.
Are you sure you weren't with the whale?
That was so
Tim,
far
I don't think
away.
they would know that. I don't think they would
so
know
long.
about Whaley.
Whaley.
Do you guys know Whaley?
I
He's
know.
really cute. He's kind of
really know.
That was forever ago. That was so long ago.
It was only a couple days ago.
Yes, exactly. Why would they be floating this far away? We were going really fast.
I don't know. They could have.
The two halflings that are dressed like pirates, both in unison, say,
Just like
"We know Whaley.
Oh!
How do you know Whaley?
See, Monolith.
Whaley the bartender.
No.
Oh no.
He's got a peg leg and one peg arm. He can only pour drinks with his
that's the
one arm.
one. Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah,
Whaley's the best.
He's
He always-
hilarious.
I
always
think you're
pours
thinking of a
heavy.
different Whaley.
So funny.
Zeph.
Whaley?
No, of course not.
Zeph.
Hey, I'm gonna put.
Zeph.
Yeah.
Stop lying to them.
I'm gonna lie to them a lot. I don't like them.
I agree. Lying to them is the least we can do at this point.
Hey, Zeph, you want to go fly the ship? Because you said to step away, and then nobody went over to take over the ship.
All right, fine.
Right now, the
Okay.
ship is nosediving into the ocean.
It's upside down.
Where are you guys
It's really.
trying?
I go to fly it and I'm just grumbling.
Where are you guys
Can
trying
somebody
to
help him,
go?
please? Her?
Oh, we
Our
need
first
to.
island.
We need to get home. When Zephaniah takes the controls, the ship responds almost immediately. While there was a little bit of a wobble, and while the breeze did kind of move it in a direction that gave it its own life and movement rotations or patterns, as soon as Zeph lays hands on, everything stabilizes to a feeling that we're all used to. The ship slowly turns 180 degrees, heads back for the island, and lands deftly right where it was before. You had a question?
Sorry. Where are you guys heading?
Oh, we just need to get home. Maldine's the city where our ship was from.
I have no idea where that is.
Oh, it's right on the. Well, it's on a coast. It's on a coast.
Well, I have new and exciting news. If you would like to hear it.
Okay.
You're all immigrating to Crash Draken.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going.
That's awfully far away.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
shouldn't have got shipwrecked.
I think Maldine's on the way.
Oh, cool.
Convenient.
Yeah, look.
Do you guys have?
What is this? A map that you had? I saw this map in here, and it's this spot right here. It looks like it's on your way.
Hey, that's real convenient. Zip.
That's how convenient that is.
You see that? It's really
Strangely
convenient.
convenient.
No, that's so hilarious.
Seems to be the only label on this entire
It would be
map.
it's so. In fact, it is so convenient. It would be unusually cruel to not stop.
Zeph,
Which we're not gonna do.
go fly the ship.
I'm flying. I'm literally flying the ship. I'm flying the ship, Casey.
Eyes on the ocean, please.
We're above the island already.
We're
I'm
actually
literally
parked. I go down to get my stuff.
I'm so sorry.
And then I come back
didn't
on.
notice.
Okay, as you guys
I put on my clothes.
exit the
I'm
ship
now
and go and
clothed.
collect
Eat
your.
I am now flying.
Jenny
off
Tammy,
without
can
it.
you grab my clothes
Yeah, I got it.
and my weapon?
Yes?
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay,
That was really funny.
I'm keeping the atmosphere light.
Yeah.
I was really trying to...
Yeah.
You're not doing a good job, but that was really funny.
Hey, look, hold this. And I hand her a little thing. Oh!
It's actually really heavy. She can't pick it up. Here.
That is hilarious.
I picked it up.
Thank you.
Oh, now I feel bad.
One-handed. What is this?
That's hard. That's hard for me to lift. Yeah.
Oh. Really?
I resummon it as a dagger. Look, you see, easy. Just look at my shit, please.
Angel, what are the things that you recover from the island?
Literally everything. I had nothing on me.
So it was all left on the island, and you went and picked it up. Was it just laying out on the ground?
What a loaded question.
Let the DMs restate what he said. Was it on the ground for anybody to take and anything to get a hold of it? Yes? Alright, good.
Here's... I wanna say he buried it. You know what? No, that makes sense for his character. He maybe like found some like palm leaves or something to like.
Were there trees?
No, I was really hoping there were.
That would have been nice. That'd have been
I was imagining a full on like deserted island. Like.
Oh no, that's the next island over that we almost landed on.
Oh, everything's gone.
We
Disintegrated.
So you recover everything with no problem.
Oh, dope. Congrats.
I believe that everybody has very little problem going out. The only thing that is abnormal on the expedition is that, let's say it was Janet Tammy, because Janet Tammy was grabbing the supplies and weapons for 2 individuals. Janet Tammy notices, bear in mind you're on a sandy-colored spit. Everything is the color of sand. So when a blue blob presents itself and then disappears halfway on the other side of the island, it's the kind of thing that would catch an individual's eye. Janet Tammy's eye was captured. She saw a blue flash. It was very reminiscent of the crab you'd seen before.
Nice.
I take my time getting back to the ship, but once I'm back on, I'm like, guys, I saw the crab again. How cool is that?
What did you tell it we said?
How cool it...
It wasn't there for very long. It popped up
Janet
for a
Tammy,
second. And
Janet,
then it
you realize
just
that
kinda
could be a
disappeared.
threat to our safety, right? Like we would have to kill it.
It's just a crab.
Yeah.
It tried to attack us.
No,
It was like a
fighting
giant
the
evil crab.
The other one.
Okay,
Wait.
so you think that it won't attack us?
I was just
It'll
thinking.
eat us.
I was just thinking because we're in our ship that
I can just ask it nicely.
it wouldn't eat us.
Not.
I'm gonna fly away from the ship. I'm gonna fly away.
I'm
from
gonna
this
grab
island
my things first. Hold on.
Oh,
Didn't
that's
you
true.
already?
I'm guessing I already did.
So,
all
are you gonna be able to drop us off
What?
at home, and really anywhere but here? If you see any civilization, we just don't want to be
Like
floating in
Crash
the
Dragon?
water.
There's underwater civilization. We can just leave you right here.
Anywhere that you stop, the very next place that you stop that's not over the ocean, you could drop us off.
I think it's funny.
Of course, we can do
I think
that.
it's mean. Is it mean?
I mean, I definitely think it's mean.
I'm just really,
We'll
really
take you there.
angry that we all almost died. That's
Thank you.
Maybe
You're
you should
welcome.
take your anger out in a different way.
I think making fun of it is fine. I'm against
Are
it.
you
Okay,
really gonna?
yeah, I
Are
think
you
making
really
fun of
gonna?
them. Whatever. No, I'm not. I
Are
mean,
you
I'm
really going to talk about them right in front of them?
Yes.
Absolutely, they tried to steal our ship.
Well, I mean, it is.
It was an accident.
I'm the captain. Nice to meet you. I'm Zephaniah. This is the Zeppelin.
Well, thank you so much for letting us be on your ship. Do you
You're
take
welcome.
off now?
It is a privilege.
Are you taking off now?
Yeah.
Okay. The ship lifts off, and you begin to head in the direction that you've been heading. You'll have to climb to about 3,000 feet to get back into the slipstream and get the speed that you'd had before. Is that the point? Is that where we're headed? Okay. Then the ship, without much effort at all, carries you guys up and up and up. And at 3,000 feet, you hit the slipstream and you almost get sucked in. And now you're flying along at a speed that's much greater than people on this world are used to traveling. So about now, you've got 6 individuals on the ship with you, and all of them are thirsty, hungry, and in clothes that have been bleached by the sun, bleached by the salt water, and skin that is uncomfortably red if it burns.
I'm gonna go cook.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. All of us are really hungry.
Water would be really good too. Is that a thing you have?
I'm gonna feed them.
Yeah, okay, no, I know.
Janet Tammy.
I'm still really upset. It's gonna wear off. I'm just really upset right now. Alright, go.
Yeah, Casey, what's up?
Hi. Do you have your thing of water? The endless water thing?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, can we borrow that for like drinks for everybody?
Oh yeah.
They don't wait for you to pour cups. They gather around and are almost holding their hands out. While the 2 halflings do hold their hands out, and the rest of the people gather up around you. Fresh water is not something they've seen in abundance.
Hey, they're just holding their hands out?
The 2 halflings are.
Why don't you just go get the cups from like
I'll go get the cups after I pour a little on their hands.
They drink like people that might be a little crazy.
Why'd you get the fine china?
Do we have any?
Do we have fine china?
Why would we have fine china?
Well, I was about to ask the
Did the king stock our airship with fine china?
Nope.
Wow.
What's
going on?
You got like Scooby-Doo glasses.
He did give you a chance to stock your ship with almost anything you wanted. You didn't ask for fine china.
Why would so?
I mean, he can't think of everything.
That's true. Yeah.
I know we have the blue dragonborn, 2 halflings, and an elf lady. What were the other 2?
You've got a human?
A humming.
Let's just go through. You meet Scadman Tack, who's the dragonborn male.
Mm-hmm.
The twins are introduce themselves as Banrin and Tilion. Tabitha is the elven gunnery sergeant who was forced to tell the truth. And we have the human carpenter Alawan.
Who?
Alawan.
Say it again.
Oh, spell it.
Allellen. Alawan.
Alawan. Okay.
Is there one more?
1, 2, 3,
Yep,
4, 5.
all one word. Alawan.
Okay.
Alawan is completely burnt. His hair is scalped.
I heard you.
I'm glad.
You were going crazy, I promise.
So, 5 people. If I said 6, I meant 5 individuals, and those are them.
So the answer to your question is
Yeah,
no.
I was like, wait, where's the 6th one? Okay. I thought I finally got off the deep end. Just like these poor shipwreck people. What's happening? Nothing of importance.
Tristan was like, isn't there one more? And Jason was like, yeah, it's all one word, Allowin. And then Tristan was like,
okay, so
I heard, is that all one word? The answer to which, yeah, I fucking said it's all one word. Allowing.
Don't ask me again, Mom.
Okay.
Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Did you just okay boomer me?
Yeah.
You're the boomer now.
How's it feel? Because I'm not a boomer.
Confusing. I don't know.
You go ahead and okay Gen X me if you want.
Hello.
Hey.
I bring out food. I have it.
Thank you, Jenny Tammy.
Throws it on the floor.
What are you doing? What did you do?
Should have grabbed it.
Oh my.
Where on the airship are you serving? I'd like to, let's just go ahead and make sure we have
My room.
a place.
Yeah, I was probably gonna go for the room that I share with Casey. Cause
all right, it's in the rooms where there's enough.
Room.
Yeah.
It's in the rooms where there's enough open space to lay out food and to have people
I
stand
have like
around
a
and eat
blanket,
it.
and it's like a picnic. I
my
drew
God,
and
yes.
craft some flowers and stuff.
I will also play music.
And normally the niceties like Druid handcrafted flowers and music being played for you is appreciated by people. It's not appreciated by people that are starving to death and have food in front of them. The only thing that they appreciate is what they're eating. Two of them, one of the halflings and the elf, throw up halfway through and drink some water, pull themselves together, and begin to slowly eat some more. It's a challenging process to be able to keep this down when you try to eat quickly and make up for lost time. 3 weeks, they tell you. 3 weeks they've been lost at sea since their ship sank. Their ship was called the Floating Dream. It sank, and the Floating Dream's now at the bottom of the sea.
Well,
they've been clinging.
Floating was a dream.
They've been clinging to some barrels and crates and some webbing that was on the ship. They tied everything together and made essentially a floating island of wood that they'd all been hanging on to. You did hear that when it rained a few times, they were able to catch some fresh water. And I believe we mentioned a couple dead fish that they located floating in the water that they unhappily and yet did indeed share for sustenance.
I would like to go up to the blue Dragonborn tech. And
It's Scavin.
It's Mr. Tech.
I was the first mate. I'm certainly no captain. It's just I'm the one in charge now.
I'm the first mate. Oh my god.
Hey, I hope you don't lose your captain. It's sad.
I'm so sorry.
Well, you know.
I
Thank
just had
you.
a question. How far away were you guys when you're?
From here, it's hard to tell. We've been drifting, and I know the currents around here are at a certain speed. We don't have our navigator. We were trying to guess. When we saw these islands, they seem to spread out in a long chain. We figured we kind of have a rough idea where we are based on the map that we saw here and the ship that we thought was abandoned. It looks like if we follow the chain of islands, we end up at our home. I know there's this big long patch where there's no islands, and that's the place where we'd normally get lost. But we thought with the airship, we'd be able to get enough elevation to not have to be able to tell.
Okay. Did you guys have like a box with something in it?
Well, we were traveling with a bunch of different things, a lot of different cargo. We got paid by different people to move stuff around.
What kind of stuff?
Well, I asked them if they had a box with something in it.
It just depends on.
Is it like anything? Anything anybody hands you money for or something?
Well, everybody. Just depends on what leg of the journey we're on. Sometimes we fill up with fruit, and we have to get the fruit moved from port to port before it goes bad. Those are kind of scary because you run the risk of losing all your money. Sometimes people, sometimes like passengers, will fill up with passengers that have their gear. We had this whole community moved one time, and so we had 14 people and. Well, all the belongings they could take with them. You can only fit so much in the hold of the ship.
That's exciting. Seems like a lot of people.
Other times, like on this last journey, we were carrying supplies for people. They just paid us. They just wanted us to get all the different packages to the port we were headed to. We left out of our home port and probably were at sea for 6 days before we sank.
That's sad.
It was sad. Lost a lot of good men. 18 sailors, all told.
Wow.
Captain and 17 sailors, I should say.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. We're just glad to be alive. After being in the water, we were pretty sure that we weren't going to make it. We tried to keep our spirits up, and I guess it's a good thing we did, because when we saw that airship on the horizon, we kicked and swam and kicked and thought for sure it was going to be a mirage, but it was still there when we got there. Whew. That was something. And then, this has been quite a ride, to be honest.
Well,
I'm not there.
no, you're driving. I'm real
Just
glad
because
that
I'm
we
looking
were...
at you doesn't mean I'm talking to you. I'm looking
I
at
was just
you.
like,
Doing different eye contacts. Sometimes right into the camera.
Back to the audience. Well, audience, what do you say? What do you say to their query?
Now, see, I look directly at Monolith when I say this. Now, see what a little talking does? We were gonna kill these people.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry. I will look at all of them. I am so sorry to have this conversation in front of you.
Listen,
we were gonna kill these people, Monolith.
I was gonna kill these people.
Yes.
I know you probably weren't. You'd be like, "Hello, how are you?" And then they'd stab you in the face. You'd be like, "Oh, my apologies."
I mean, at least Casey's pretty sturdy. She wouldn't die right away.
No,
I
but
mean, you
it
wouldn't
hurt.
die right away. I mean, yeah, but everything hurts a little bit.
So, like, I have no apologies for threatening to kill you because I thought you were trying to leave us for stranded.
Monolith.
I now understand that you weren't, which is great. I always appreciate meeting new people, but you do understand. Like, if you got off your dock at a port and then you came back and your ship was leaving and you found some people on it, your first reaction would probably be like, these people are trying to steal our stuff, we gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, absolutely. If our ship was in port and we'd paid for our dockage, and then all of a sudden, in this place where we expect to be able to leave our ship, somebody steals it and we can't?
Yeah.
But you do know that by law, this is now our ship.
I'm sorry, that's what?
Based on maritime law, this ship was abandoned at sea. We captured it, and so now it's our ship. I'm not.
Okay, hold on. I have a counterpoint. How about we go back to the killing you thing, and then it's back to being our ship?
Well, I wasn't claiming ownership. I was just saying technically by the
Right,
law.
I don't mean to,
let's
like,
forget
this
about
is not rude.
technicalities.
Me trying to be rude at all. If you say this to these people, things will not go well.
Like, I am not as kind. I am kinder than Zeph. If you tell Zeph that it's technically your ship, they will not hear the technically, and you will be thrown overboard.
And, you know...
That is true.
Let's not talk about technicalities.
Like, I understand technically it might be yours, but I need you to know
But
that no
literally.
matter what, like, I just need you to do this for your own safety. Like, I'm not even doing this. Like, I swear to cross my heart, this is not me trying to be rude or anything. I'm doing this for your safety. Do not say that to Zeph.
Yeah.
I will walk out and walk towards the front of the ship.
Personally,
He said, I think they're having a conversation there you might want to be a part of.
Oh, I was just thinking. I feel really bad. I felt really bad.
I hate it.
You know, I know. I overreacted. I got really upset.
So,
you know, I don't mind helping them.
I'm really proud of you for saying that.
Yeah, okay, I get it. All right, I know.
So I'm just saying,
Back
I
off.
need you.
I'll take over.
So, like,
all right. I mean, I just I want you to know that personal growth. You know, I didn't kill everybody immediately. I waited till you.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, we'll try talking to them, and then here we are. We talked to them, and they weren't bad. All right.
Casey
I
wants them
appreciate
dead.
All right.
Casey's the villain.
Sometimes you're right. That's it. That's all
We
I'm
all
saying.
knew that,
Thank
though.
you. And so are you.
Casey's-
Sometimes you're right. Sometimes I need to just not be so trusting of people so quickly.
And I clasp my arm on her shoulder, and I give her a pat. And I walk back.
So, like I was saying,
I
Hey,
totally
I get what you're saying.
understand.
What's going on, guys?
No, look.
What's going on?
Hey, Zeph, how you doing?
They got asked to come back here.
Zeph.
I
Please, I'm
don't think
telling
you
you.
understand.
No. You
No, wait.
don't
Oh, what's
understand.
going on? Yeah.
we're
wait.
debating.
I had some things to say, and I was curious what they had to say as well.
Until we sign a document, we
You don't
accidentally
understand.
own the ship. We
What?
just need to sign a document to transfer ownership back.
Oh, is that what you wanted? Oh, wait. What happened?
Based on maritime law, we have to sign a contract so you can take ownership of your ship again.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think your crew understands how maritime law works.
They're
Okay.
saying they own this ship now.
Well, no,
Oh,
just
okay.
until we sign the paperwork. Do you have the bill of sale so we can sign the back indicating it's yours? Usually it's kept in the glove compartment where you keep your gloves.
Here's how this is gonna go.
I told you.
I just don't want to accidentally.
What's your
own a
name?
ship.
Wait, what's your name? What's your name?
It's
Can I get your name again? I forgot already. I was really thinking. I had a lot on my mind.
I'm gonna glare at Casey.
I'm in the front of the ship. You can't see me. You're in my
I'm
room.
gonna leave out the door.
It's CM called Tech.
Sure, if you want.
Generally speaking, I think it's rude not to look somebody in the eyes when you kill them. No, I'm just kidding. No, not that. No. I'm gonna preface it with just kidding right away. This way you don't think I'm really doing that. Look at that. You see
Too
that?
late. Roll for damage.
I pulled that one back right away.
Yeah.
That's personal growth right there, baby.
I joked about doing an action and then told everybody it was a joke so that it didn't happen.
Can we rename this episode to Personal Growth? Hell yeah.
All right, it's Mr. Tack. Can I call you? Is that okay? Is Mr. Tack okay?
Just Tack.
Mr. Tack, is that all right?
Anything you like.
I would like to keep us professionally distant, if that's acceptable.
If that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, cool. I overreacted a little bit earlier. I wanted to say I apologize for almost killing everybody. That was rough, I'm sure you guys were just real scared and stuff, but I was just really upset. Somebody tried to steal my ship, you know what I mean?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, there was nobody here, so we didn't know it was your ship. But since we weren't trying to steal it, you must be okay now.
Right, I'm not upset anymore.
Good.
Because I understand that the circumstances are very different than what we originally had presumed. Yeah, I have this friend who's, trying to encourage me to Anyway, none of that's important. Good, all right. We're
gonna try to kill him because they own your ship?
Hey,
No, I'm not killing it. It's okay. We're not killing anybody.
Would you like some food? I made some.
No, I'm okay. Okay, you guys are gonna pretend that we picked you up off the island and that we saved your lives as stragglers. And everything you just said is gonna be something that you forget, or I'm gonna kill you.
See, that's what I was talking about. I was waiting for that.
That's kind of what I was waiting for too.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that it's so easy. It's so simple for us to just be best friends. It is just so easy for us to just get along.
You just gotta forget the maritime law loophole thing.
Yeah. It's super chill.
So
it's
you don't want me to sign the document?
No. Just you never took ownership of the ship. You never found it. We found you. It saved you on an island. That's our story.
I feel like that's pretty fair.
I'll do whatever you're saving us. So if you want me to not sign that document, I will
not
the other one.
Not sign the document.
Okay, this is
you listening?
We
No,
have to word this very carefully. I don't know why this is
very carefully.
No, and we will all just enjoy the fact that you're taking us home. That's probably the most important thing. We can't thank you enough for that.
No. Wait. Let's like.
You do understand this is our ship, right?
Let's back this up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a misunderstanding.
Right.
When we entered your ship, which had been abandoned.
Right.
And
it had not. No. It had not. Back. It was not abandoned. It was not.
It was out of gas.
Which we regassed it, which is why you're using it, because we actually refueled it. That's like saying, if I had a wagon and I stopped it on the side of the road and I went into the forest for 30 minutes to get some wood.
Oh, right.
It was abandoned.
Right.
Which is not.
Well, that's covered under law.
Right.
But here on the ocean, and you know this as a sailor, airship captain. Of course,
yeah.
We're dealing with maritime law, which has a completely different set of rules.
Yeah.
But I will abide by your
my personal credo,
anything you want.
My very okay. So let's go back. Let's hypothetically speaking. Okay, no, not hypothetically. This is very real. Your lives are at risk. Let's say
listen careful then.
Okay, yes, very carefully. The importance of this cannot be stressed enough. Okay. No, we're super chill. We're hanging out.
I'm feeling it.
How's the food? Are you having a good time?
I'm so glad to be eating food again.
Yeah, no, I'm glad.
Compared to rotten fish.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
She's a great cook, isn't she? I know everybody loves your cooking. It's really good.
That's the best thing anybody's ever said to me in my life.
That's sad.
I feel like you said that a lot.
And what is this? Orc curry? This is the most amazing curry I've ever had. I had it in port one time, but I never expected to have it up here at 3,000 feet.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Life really takes you where you're not expecting, You guys were at rock bottom, and now you guys are soaring high.
Yeah, crazy.
Metaphorically and literally speaking.
I think you were doing something.
Okay, so here's the terms of your life. Continued livelihoods. You and your friends. Nice to meet you all. Hello. I was very angry earlier. I didn't say hello. I'm Zeph.
Hello, hi. Hello, Zeph.
You guys washed up on the island, right? You guys washed up on the island. That's step one. We landed our airship.
What's Angel doing?
What is Angel? Angel's up top with me.
Yeah, I led the charge to steering, right? I was like, we gotta figure this out.
Well, Zeph was flying almost by themselves, and then Casey ran up, and Angel's up there.
I thought I
thought you
said
were
I
always
was
up there.
going up there.
I thought
it
Angel was helping Zeph.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so then it's now Casey and Angel flying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonder what signals.
Please,
I don't know.
just making sure.
Okay.
You know, they were talking about somebody, like, they technically, like, own the airship or something, and I know this is Zeph's airship, so I thought that she should be there for that.
They what?
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really making sense to me. I was just playing music and getting distracted. But I overheard that, so I thought Zeph should be there for that conversation, since it is her airship, you know?
Well, yeah. Weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird.
I think you're almost there. Earlier.
I was almost there. Not quite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Back to it.
You were in the midst of working on a
So you're on the island, right?
believe you were in mid talk.
You're right. You're like on the island. You guys wash up on the island.
Oh, okay. You guys workshop. Really got them the last one. Like that was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. That's the one.
You
Sorry.
got the one. No,
That's the one. That's the clip.
I felt like that was Moaning Myrtle level. It's really good.
Oh no.
So you guys show up on the island by yourselves.
Because we saw the.
Nope.
No.
I don't think you're
Are
understanding.
we talking about fiction?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
We're talking about-
yes.
Tell me what fiction I should.
Yes. This is the fiction that you're going to be lying to everybody who asks you about what happened.
That.
Okay.
Yes. And do you? Okay, ready?
Sounds good. Yes.
Okay. Now that we're, I feel like we're finally on the same page here. Mm-hmm. We washed up on the island. We graciously flew down to the island, picked you up, and then we dropped you off at your home.
I like that story.
Yes.
So we get dropped off at home.
Yep.
And you drop us off in your airship.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
Yeah. Because we picked you up.
Because we found
And if you ever tell anybody anything about what you just said, I find you wherever you are, and I hang you by your entrails.
Well, you could be a little soft.
That is a little extreme.
I don't.
Listen, I don't.
I would like to roll an intimidation check to make sure that he.
No, you don't need to.
Oh, okay.
That was good enough.
You intimidated me. Therefore, you were intimidating.
That's it.
Sometimes we don't need to roll. It's like when a bard really performs well. Oh no, you're good.
You're okay. No, you did it. Anyway, I'm so great that we got that all sorted. You know, that's great. No, I'm so happy about that.
That sounds kind of horrible.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it not happening. I'm down with that. That sounds like the way to go. Let's not hang you by my
I'm a very
entrails.
friendly person. As
You
can
sounded.
tell.
I promise she really is. She's not.
Yeah,
She
no, I
usually is like this.
I
Actually.
can tell.
What do you mean? That was super chill. We're all hanging out.
Now we're friends.
I'm not.
Are we? I feel like that didn't.
No, we are.
Yeah.
We're just glad that you're taking us home.
Yeah.
Maldine is going to be easy to see. It's right on the coast, and it's a high concentration of ships. I'd say from up here, when we get close, what you're going to see is a bunch of boats on the water, kind of making beelines to and away from this area.
And you know what's even nicer? Because we're friends now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're pals.
Because we're so close.
Because we're so close.
The bonds of almost killing someone.
When we drop you guys off, we can like try to help you out. Like, I don't know if that's silly. Like, I don't know what you guys gonna do now. You guys are like sailors, right? You gonna find work on a new ship, or like, what's your thing?
Well, we're first going to go report to the owner
Right.
and let them know their ship went down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's supposed to be some kind of a reward if you don't die. We get paid plus a little bonus.
Oh, nice.
That's exciting. Yeah.
You don't even need us. You're like pretty solid.
Well, I'm not looking forward to going and visiting the families of our crew, but I mean,
Maybe
this
we
is
should
just
stop. This
Yeah,
is
may
just
they rest
going-
in peace.
this is really just kind of what we do. This is our life.
Where'd you
know?
go? Where'd they go down? Do you remember what direction you came from? Do you want to try to get anything from the wreck? Maybe their bodies for the families. I don't know if that's ridiculous.
Oh, I don't. We can't go underwater like you people.
Oh, it's okay. We've got magic. Oh, and never.
It's a couple days away. I don't know how far it'd be with flying.
Oh, never mind about that then. That's way too inconvenient for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's possible.
At least she's honest.
I'm not even sure if that's possible.
But
Yeah,
we can
no, that's
definitely
fine.
drop you off at your home.
Yeah, for sure.
Malvine.
Yeah, just anywhere. Honestly, if
Hey, you guys
see,
have parachutes, right? That was a joke. Come on. That was funny. Come on. I know. Well, stop in town, of course. No, yeah, you're good.
Parachute.
Oh, we heard about this from the. I guess you guys aren't airmen. You wouldn't know. It's like this
We're
newfangled.
just seamen.
Yeah. There's this newfangled thing that's going on with the. Never mind. I don't want to explain this to you. It's really not. I mean, it's really not nothing you're gonna really encounter on the ocean.
Ow.
Okay. Yeah. No. Then let's not talk about it.
Yeah, good chat, good chat. Anyway, we'll see you. I'm gonna go do other things now that doesn't involve hanging out with you guys.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You see the Dragonborn huddle up with the people that they've been on the water with for the last 3 weeks.
They forged a bond.
They have a little quiet conversation, and a couple times in the huddle, a head sticks itself up and looks around, and then back in the huddle. And that continues on for about 5 minutes. And then they all quietly move back to where most of the food was and continue to slowly eat. A few of them putting food in pockets. It's kind of hard not to store some food for later when you haven't had it for so long, but you see them taking advantage of the bounty that Jana Tammy provided and the fresh water that Casey poured.
Can I have my water bottle back?
Came from Jana Tammy. It was left with the feast when Casey went back to the front.
And while I was walking out of the room, I put my arm around Janet Tammy and I was like, haha.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not really gonna kill it. I don't know. I feel like you get really concerned. I don't know if the mic's picking that up at all. I wasn't really gonna kill anybody. I don't know. You get real concerned.
You just seem like you're really gonna kill them.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So you can see why I might be a little concerned.
That's why I like to clarify things with you. You know, I feel like you get really, you get sold on it.
They just seem like nice people, though.
Yeah, but they just tried to claim my marriage. Remember, like.
They're just in trouble. They haven't seen people in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I just feel like.
Let me see people in 3 weeks.
Thievery is thievery.
I understand not trusting people, and I understand. I just think it's important as people to lend a hand. And
I feel like I'm lending them a hand.
I feel like you're doing it rather aggressively, and while I do appreciate you lending a hand, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'll talk to you later.
It seems like it matters to you a lot.
But it doesn't seem like it matters to you at all.
Boom! Yeah, I suppose that's true.
I'm gonna go.
Good chat, kid. Good chat.
And then I'm gonna, I don't know.
You're in your room. So
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Which room are you going
This
to?
is
I just walk back to the front.
Okay.
I just walk.
Oh, hi, Zeph.
Oh, hey, that was awkward.
Oh yeah, what happened? I heard them talking about like they own the ship or something like that. So I thought that you should be there for that
It's
conversation.
super chill. Yeah, we cooled everything over.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to take over flying?
Do you want to relax
I
for a minute?
could. What?
You want to stop flying for now?
I would love to take a long rest.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Get some sleep.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Angel goes to cargo.
Are we about to
AKA
see
Angel's room.
All right, Angel goes to sleep.
He has to fly. I'm flying for now.
And co-fly.
If there's any other extra crystals, are there? Do we have any?
Oh,
extra
there is
crystals?
some that are uncharged. I only charged 2.
I will charge any of them that are uncharged.
Okay.
However many there are.
You've got 6 crystals and 4, 5, 6, 7.
I thought we only had 4 of the red ones.
Oh, what are you charging? Just the reds?
Any crystal that is uncharged.
Yeah, so the blues too?
Okay. Yes.
So you've got 3, 6, 9.
How many of each do we have? I know we've got 4 red, but we've got way more blue than we have red, right?
Because you have the tubes, but those haven't been touched and they're all full.
Okay.
And you haven't been really using the blues except just to lower yourself from time to time.
Right. So mostly just
it's the reds that are mostly. But if you were filling them all up, it'd probably be 2 empty blues and 4 empty reds. I said 6.5. It would be 4.5 on the red. Your reds were completely gone, and you've used half of one now to get to where you are today. So that would be how many spell slots are you expending?
I can use 3 of my 3rd level, so that should be 3 crystals.
Yep.
And then 3 of my 1st level.
So it's 1 more.
Yeah. So I will do all of the reds.
Okay. So practically every red on the ship is fully charged. The one that's in use right now is at half full. And are you going to bed?
If I don't need to be flying the ship, yes.
Oh, well.
It's just me. I don't know if...
So who's...
Can you go get Monolith?
Yeah, of course. I could get Monolith. Hey, Monolith.
Why'd you say it like that?
Zeph needs you to fly the ship.
I gotta fly this
Just come wake me up when you're done.
Yeah, I finished up eating and talking to these guys, and I'll be out.
Okay.
I'll be up soon.
I'll let them know. Hey, Zeph. Monolith's still finishing up food.
Oh, can you tell Jane and Tammy to like...
Mm-hmm. Hey.
No, yeah, covertly.
Yeah. I walk over. Jenny, Tammy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Steph just told me to tell you that.
Okay. I can probably figure it out. I think, maybe.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right. I go back
Maybe
to
she
Zeph.
wants me to go look in the back.
Hey, Seth.
Yeah, did you tell her? Oh, you let her know.
Yeah, I let her know.
I appreciate that.
What does that mean, by the way?
What?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? Keep an eye on them. Like the strangers filling in our ship.
Oh.
Like keep them look at them, make sure they don't try to kill us in our sleep.
Okay, hold on. I go back to Jen and Tammy. Hey, Jen and Tammy.
Back now. Further.
Where did Jen and Tammy go?
She said that this thing meant that she should go to the back, which I'm almost positive that is not what that meant.
I think it meant to keep an eye on these guys.
Did you say this in the middle of the room?
Yes, I'm sure it did, but I'm certain you didn't need to say it like that.
What do you mean?
Go get Jen.
Suffice it to say,
Just he wants to kill himself.
A veritable Keystone Cops of conversation occurs. And in that time, revelations are had, realizations are made.
Who's on second?
Eventually, all the bases are covered. I would say that 8 hours passes from the 2 p.m. that you started this flight until about 10 p.m. in the evening, if we're using standard time. The sun has been down for about 4 hours, and in that 8 hours, Angel slept for 8 hours.
So long rest?
Long rest for Angel. Who else was asleep? Anybody?
I was.
I'm flying.
I don't know what you're
Before we go to sleep, I'm going to write my journal again and read the book of the deities.
You don't have to add that on to the 8 hours. It can be included in the 8 hours, which can be up to 6 hours of sleeping and 2 hours of restful activity. So that's no problem at all. You got plenty of time to take a look at your stuff, get your rest, and you can also click the long rest button on your paper.
Click.
There you go.
Booyah!
Hey, Monolith, do you think... Oh, can I?
Yep.
Monolith? Okay. Hey, Monolith, do you think that was too much? What are your thoughts?
No, the fact that we aren't locking them in a room somewhere to make sure that they don't stab us is I'm a little scared, but
yeah, it's like the fact that I give them a ride, I'm dropping them off. That's fine, right?
Yeah, no, I think that's okay. I think giving them a ride is fine.
You see, you understand that there's rules, and when you do things to people, there's consequences.
Absolutely, I understand.
We grew up in the same place. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, on the streets.
I'm trying to wait him to say it.
I know you were. I'm trying not to.
Where are they sleeping, by the way?
I just kind of figured in the...
Are they sleeping in my room? Our room?
Our room has all of the bunks on
Wherever
it, you know?
they were fed.
Mine also
So,
has
yeah.
bugs, but
Wherever they were fed and watered, they're just staying around the food.
Watered.
Either huddled around that spot or laying next to it, but they're not... For some reason, they're not feeling comfortable to make themselves at home on the ship, and they're staying huddled around the sustenance that has been provided for them.
At some point, if Janet Tammy's just kind of walking around, I ask her to bring them like the rest of the beds and sheets that are not being used.
And they do, and you guys have a fine flight. Everybody gets a little bit of rest. These people are mostly just recovering from the ordeal they've been in, and it's at the end of this 8-9 hour flight that from the elevation where you are, the two pilots can look down, and even though it's dark, and even though the sea is black as ink and the shore is no brighter, you are able to see little pinpricks of light down on the sea, little indications that a ship with its running lights on is visible from where you are. And if you look down and follow all the little, what might almost look like fireflies on the surface, you can follow them with your eyes a little bit forward in the direction that you're going and see a collection of fireflies that are all, they seem to be landed in a cluster right where the sea meets the land. And those fireflies are the lights of the city that you're headed towards. Muldean ahead. As you get closer and closer, I assume you're descending there. You said you were going to drop them off, but you could just keep going if you want.
No, yeah.
It's totally screwed over.
Jason, I'm not going to... I, Tristan Ryan Gonzalez, I'm not some kind of heartless monster.
I do not judge or believe you.
Jesus Christ.
Boom!
Yes.
Before I go to bed, I also wanted to mention that I would like to cast Identify on the net. Just so I can make sure that I get everything that I know from it. I know if it's an attunement or anything like that. Any bonuses or, whatever.
The only thing that you find is that when you throw it, you have a +1 to your attack roll. And the thing that it does when you hit, it doesn't damage, it grapples. And you know the other two effects, the silence and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And the, I'm sorry, it's not grapple, it's...
Restrained?
Yeah. It might be grappled and restrained. And the other benefit to it, the thing that you didn't realize, is that there's a 24-hour attunement, not to you. It automatically attunes to you when you purchase it, but to the group that you're with, people that you consider allies. So within 24 hours, anybody in your party could have access to controlling the people who it's got in its grasp.
Okay, is it considered an attunement item though? Like, would it take an attunement slot?
No.
That's my bigger question. Also, is it the same DC as it is to get out on that?
This one uses... I don't know. You know what? Your good questions come to you in a dream. The answers come to you in a dream that'll be on an index card that'll be handed to you when I go learn the things you're asking me about.
Okay.
I also have literally no idea what the hell net mechanics are.
I was about to default to some sort of a magical DC based on your caster level, but I'm just not gonna.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna go actually learn some stuff and then make sure that we know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, also, Tritons naturally have proficiency with nets.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's like simple weapons, tridents, and nets.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you are like a fish person.
Yeah.
Basically, your two main weapons.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you begin to descend towards the city, you see that as you get closer, it's easier to make out that the fireflies are in fact fires. And these aren't fires that are damaging the city. It's not just little tiny street lights would almost be not visible from that height.
Jesus.
But instead, these are fires for what look like border kind of indicators. There seems to be a wall around the city. It's dark. It's hard to tell exactly what the city looks like. But you're seeing...
So basically, in a huge circle around the city, there's these fires.
Yep.
Oh,
And
cool.
they seem to be at intervals of maybe 50 or 100 feet. So it's a bonfire every 50 or 100 feet.
And these are only on the outside of the city, at these fires.
Yeah, there's a few inside. As you get... It's a little confusing because there's the solid ring that you see where there's the thick spots all the way around. On the inside, there's probably only 3 spots that are that dark, but that's also where all the streetlights themselves start to muddle up the darkness. So as you get closer,
are they LEDs?
More light fills it in. No, these seem to be standard.
Oh.
Yeah, they use a little bit more electricity, and the light's a little bit yellower, more natural looking.
Nice.
You descend and get closer and closer, and when you get within maybe 100 feet of the surface, you hear what sounds like yelling. There's maybe even the occasional sound of clashing steel. And you're not entirely sure, but you've heard the sound of combat before, and this sounds a lot like the sounds of combat. You will have to make some decisions about where to put down or how to unload your cargo and what to do, but you're not going to get to make those decisions until we get back together next Friday at 5 p.m.
No!
And we figure out what exactly we're going to be doing here in the city of Moldine.
And it was far beneath us, these sounds?
You're now at about 100 feet elevation.
So I'm actually not that far. We're not that far from the ground anymore.
No, you've been descending pretty steadily.
Okay.
You were aiming for the center, and now from where you are, you're able to pick up a lot of the ambient noise, which sounds a little chaotic. But for everybody that is... Do we have our raid yet?
I believe it's gonna... I think Alvaro is streaming.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Buddies.
Love to go to...
We know.
Love to go to our friends at Alberon. Alberon RPG is where we're headed next, so if you're with us in chat, thank you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
We love playing D&D, but we really love playing D&D while you watch us because, well, I don't know. I'm not going to put a label on that. We just like it.
We like telling stories.
Yeah, that's it. Professional storytellers here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tell if they're still live, so give me a second.
Okay. All right. Hang tight, everybody. We're going to surprise somebody. We're going to make somebody's night.
Will begin short. I guess they... Wait, no, I think this is a bomb.
We got 100 bits from Welsh Troll.
Oh, they're doing their pictures.
Thank
yeah.
you,
Welsh Troll.
Thank you, Welsh Troll.
They also have they put up a picture of their cat.
Oh my god, yes.
Please, God, dude, let's get that cat.
Did it happen?
Nice.
It's getting there.
So they're going to be starting soon. Maybe when we pop up, they'll click it on. But thank you for being with us, and go ahead. Do you have a thing?
Oh, I was going to say something funny. Thanks from all the way in Wales. If that's where you are.
Wow.
I mean, you are Welsh, but I don't know if you're like living in Wales. Love you.
What?
That's it. That's my whole thing.
Wow.
All right.
Say bye.
I hope that was enjoyable. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Jesus Christ. Goodbye, everybody.
Here comes the raid.
So loud.